to Live from Fieldsville, USA. Michelle.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 851 of the Video Game Outsiders podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Michelle Madison, and it's our Games with Feelings episode, John.
That's right. I'm excited about this. I, of course, am your John Jacobson, and I got the feels.
Games I would make fun of that Matt would play. That's what we could also call the
feels.
show. Yeah.
Matt, do you have the feels?
I came with the feels tonight.
Are you sad?
Yeah, a little melancholy.
Okay.
I'm very sad right now for many reasons.
Sad.
Let's turn that down a little bit, John. Let's turn that down. Let's not lose all the
Bring it
listeners
home,
for
baby.
30 seconds.
Bring it home,
It's too
baby.
loud. You're in the red, John. Can you lower it, please? Thanks. All right, so we are live right now on VideoGameOutsiders.com. Of course, we do it every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern. If you missed it, you can listen anywhere podcasts are, including our free app.
Were you spelling Sandy?
No, S-A-N-D, he said. I told him to spell sad, and he had to be difficult and say S-A-N-D. But when you say
Yeah, you said
S-A-N-D,
S-A-N-D.
and,
Sandy.
like, and,
Exactly.
and
There's
D.
three things.
But when I think of someone
There's an
saying
S,
and D, it
there's
sounds
an
like
A.
dick. Like
Oh,
and
you're
D.
sad. So you're feeling
Like-
sand tonight, John?
Yeah.
No, there's
he's
it's
feeling
S.
sandy.
I'm spelling sad, but it's S-A and
and
the letter D.
Well, why did you go S-A and A and
Yeah,
and
nobody
and D
says
then?
that. If
No,
I'm like,
because
my name's
that's
Michelle,
not how you.
it's
That's not
M-I-C-H-E-L-L-N-E.
you use and once in a sentence. You don't go. It would be S, comma
You're spelling
A
out a word,
and
you just go with
D.
the letters.
So, John, if you were doing a spelling test and they asked you to spell sad, you'd say S-A-N-D. You'd get fired. You'd get
Yeah.
You'd be out of there, all right?
You'd be out in round one
Yeah,
of any
that's
spelling
right.
bee. Spell bus.
yeah,
B-U-N-S.
Yes. No, let's save the song for the end of the show. I think we can probably. So that's right.
Yeah,
Some of
there
our
you
games
go.
tonight will be games that make you feel something. I actually played a game from the people who created one of Matt's favorite games, Journey, that he said really made him feel an experience. So I went in trying to have an experience in one of these games. So I can't wait to talk about this stuff. But like I said, we're live on VideoGameOutsiders.com.
Now we all weeped this week, right?
We
in the
weeped.
last week.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Matt,
Yeah.
you cried, right?
I did.
Well, I cry a lot. It doesn't take much for me, but these games kind of like got to
Yeah.
inner core.
I cried at something, but it wasn't this game,
now-
probably. I don't think
When
the
you said-
games made me cry. I did feel a big emotion, though. I felt some guilt,
Yeah.
and I'll get into that. I felt a little bit
Oh.
of guilt, something that happened to me with a person in a game. So
So we're allowed to feel different things, right? Like
oh,
I felt
yes, it doesn't all have to be
frustration.
sad. It can be just
They're
what
all
emotions.
feelings, Matt.
Yes, these are
they all,
just
they all
the,
count.
the feelings
buddy.
that these games
I
make
got
you
you.
feel, right?
Thanks,
Because
friend.
all
Don't
games
worry,
now are
pal.
supposed to evoke
Okay?
emotions.
All your emotions are valid.
We're gonna let it out
Is this
tonight.
a safe place?
It's,
tonight?
I wouldn't say that. I'd probably not.
Did you say is this a
yeah.
safe or safe place? Yeah, Matt.
Safe
yeah.
place.
No,
Matt.
no,
Matt.
I don't think
no,
it's...
no.
All right.
don't
Well,
think
you
I can
guys
have
can.
my
You
feelings.
guys can be
I'm-
safe
listen,
together.
pal.
I'll
I'm
just
here
shit
to
on you.
affirm all of your feelings. Okay.
Oh,
Thanks, man. Thanks.
I'm gonna
this is
validate.
weird. I want to
Better for
leave.
transparent
I'm gonna just validate
I
the
don't
fuck
like
out
when
of
men
them.
get emotional. I
Matt,
get uncomfortable.
Matt,
Thanks.
I'm just gonna validate them.
Can I reveal my
gosh.
fears to you?
Ugh.
You're
A
what?
lot of fears.
I think this
Oh,
is 20
really?
years of like repressed
What are
love
you
coming out right
What are
now.
you scared of, Matt? What are you scared about, Pat,
the
little guy?
future. I mean, everything's just up in the air.
No, Matt, you have to be
As
the
a male.
strong. Look, no, you have to be looked up to. Your
no.
kids and your wife are looking to you for
Yeah,
strength. You
it's just
can't
a
be the
lot of
worried
pressure
one,
as an
Matt.
alpha male.
It's a lot of pressure, right? But women, I need that from men, okay? Because if you guys fall apart, I'm going to lose my mind, all right?
But if
You
we
need
put on a
to
brave
keep it
face
together.
all the time,
You
that
have
eats
to.
away at us.
You put the brave face on, you only show cracks of it to your love. You don't show it to the world. You show it to the world, you're a little bitch. You show it to your woman only,
That's
Matt.
why
What
men
the
are
fuck?
violent, because
No,
you
it's
make
not why
us
men are
put
violent.
on
Men are
that
violent
Matt,
because they're
it's okay.
weak. They have testosterone. That's why they're violent.
they're
That's why
told that
99% of
by-
murders
This is-
are
this
dudes,
is a-
Matt,
this is a
okay?
really
What's your
important
tea level,
episode.
Matt? Do you want to get into this?
This is super important.
All right,
This
let's-
is
You like
really
orange pico or like peppermint or chai? I don't.
John, it's not S-A-N-D, okay? It's S-A-D.
No, there's three. That's proper grammar.
It's not proper grammar.
Not when you're
okay?
spelling out a.
Kelsey
What?
grammar. Let's talk tea. Let's do
You
a
have the
bro
SERX
science
talk with your
podcast.
daughters.
All right, let's talk about some games. We are live right now on VideoGameOutsiders.com.
That's right.
We do it every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern. If you miss it, like you all do, you can listen on the web anywhere podcasts are or on our app on iOS and Android. John, because we do bonus shows during the week. Some are free,
We
some
do.
are premium. The community is doing a Fallout theme show this week. Kevin, the CC Games Game Store guy, the CC Games Game Store guy, has got a show on there. And John, we do stuff every week like Micro VGO, PC Outsiders, John Show. So how do they support us for $1.99 a month? What do they do?
That's right. Go to our website.
Sorry.
go to our website.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Which is
sand
video
song is great. It's now known as the sand song.
No, because that's not
No, it just
would
made
be
me laugh.
SAANDD.
No, it's the sand song. I think you nailed
Sand
it.
song, yeah.
It's the sand song. Sorry.
All right,
continue.
listen. Go to our website, videogameoutsiders.com. Okay, when you get there, there's a red button. Go premium. Click it. Slam it. Whatever you need to do. Go to the next page. Sign up. Go premium. It's $1.99 a month. Once you're premium and you're a member. Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
I like that.
VGO member
Okay.
club. Member.
Yeah.
Isn't that what
Members
we call
only.
them anyways?
Ooh.
Subs.
We need like a card that goes in people's wallets.
Oh, I agree.
Like a
Efficient, you
VGO
can whip it
loyalty
out,
card.
We should
Print
do
some.
that. Yeah, let's do business cards. Like, what are your credentials, sir? Well, I'm a proud member.
Yeah. All right.
I
So
listen
anyway,
to a podcast.
go to Video Game Outsiders, click the premium button, sign up. It's $1.99 a month, and once you're a member,
Yep.
you will unlock our entire back catalog of almost 20 years. Yeah, for real. And also all the bonus shows we do every single week. Yeah, we do other shows besides these regularly scheduled shows, the free shows. There's a whole world of premium stuff, and you can listen to them on our app once you go premium. The app's totally free. Search for Video Game Outsiders on iOS or Android. You can use the app to listen to the free shows, or if you're premium, unlock the bonus shows. Also, you can listen to the bonus stuff on your web browser, ilovevgo.com, if you're
It's
at
a
work,
lot of
whatever.
information. It really is.
It
It's
is
too much. I think
And
people don't pay
and
attention.
now listen,
They're like off thinking
now
about the
it
girl they want to
works-
fuck
this,
right now.
This
Like,
works on
Matt's not even
Android.
listening,
It works
so-
on iPhone.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
like
It works
a
on
30-second skip
Chrome.
button
Like,
on
what
It
is-
phone.
works
okay,
on
what is this guy
Edge.
talking
It works
about?
on Opera.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also so go to videogameoutsiders.com. Support us. Come to Discord and tell us you're a member, and I'll give you a little green tag
Web
in the
crawler.
Discord. Say I'm a member. Just come in and yell it. Be like, I'm a member, and at me, and
Yeah.
I'll make you green in the Discord because we make our
Yeah.
members green.
Yeah, buddy.
That's right. And also, John, during the week, people can send us voicemail.
That's
because
right.
It is 2005. How do they do that?
Yeah, that's right. If you guys want to send a voicemail, pick up your phone and dial this number, 520-FEEL-VGO. I don't know. Do phones have the letters next to the numbers still?
It's all right. They'll figure it out.
520-FEEL-VGO. What?
I think they do.
Like
You got to call
iPhones or
800-988-2300 Empire. How are you going to call
Anyway,
that without the numbers?
you can also Google. There's websites where they convert letters to numbers using the codec.
Yeah.
Anyway. Pick up your phone, dial 520-FEEL-VGO. Could be a question, comment, whatever.
Feel it's
Tiger,
perfect for tonight.
That's right. That's
Feel.
right.
Yeah, that's not
All
the
right.
voicemail.
Tiger, play the voicemail.
Hey guys, is VR dead? I mean, I put my MetaQuest 2 back in the storage room. It's collecting
Storage
dust
room?
now. I just
Storage
can't be
room?
asked to throw that
Along
thing
with
on
the
anymore
bodies?
and
What are you
play
doing
not
over
even
there?
PokerStars VR. That's even lost its flavor for me. So, yeah, the PSVR 2 was a flop, and
Ooh.
I haven't heard much about the MetaQuest 3.
Yeah.
So until they come out with those sunglasses that you just throw on your head, I think VR's dead.
Sunglasses.
3-body helmet or something like that.
Yeah, I'd love one of those. Well, we have had some people wanting us to do a VR themed episode.
We
So
should.
some people
I
like
think
We
it.
did
I
one,
think we need to revisit.
well, kind of, when Rob was
did
here.
one. Yeah, we didn't do one with Matt though. So maybe in the future, because I'd love a reason to use my Oculus again. I really
Porn,
only-
Michelle, the Valentine episode. That's when it happens.
Oh, that's what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
my son actually this week was playing that monkey tag. Like, he's really into it now, and I
What?
think other kids are catching on to that. That's the game you played last year, isn't it? Monkey Tag?
Where you? Yeah, okay. Where the physics are all
and you
wonky.
you liked it from what I recall. You
No,
you were
I
like, this is
didn't.
Actually,
It was stupid.
no, you said you were like having fun with. Anyways,
No, I didn't.
So I think
he
I think
did.
it's worth a revisit. There's some cool
Okay.
new things.
I didn't
coming
like
out
it.
of
The
So, yeah,
controls
we
are all
will-
weird.
it's
You did. You totally liked it.
You crawl around like on the floor with your arms and stuff, right? Like,
Gaslight
How else do you
me.
crawl around
you were
the
like,
floor
this
with
is
your
actually
feet?
pretty fun.
What do you- of course you.
Yeah.
Come on, John. Come on.
You're also
yeah, I don't know. Listen, I personally don't like VR. I just don't.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, the only real use for it I have, and I've said it before, it's Flight Simulator. Like, I
Yeah.
can't play that
And
game.
mine's Beat
any-
Saber. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know
So-
what? I played the Resident Evil 4 on it, and it was
Mm-hmm.
amazing. And every time I get into a VR game, I love it. It's just the process of like, I gotta find it, strap it to my head, like go through the motion. It's the weird barrier in my head to putting it on and playing it. But once I do, there's some really good stuff.
Well, that's like a game like Half-Life Alyx. I recognize it's good, but I just don't want to check out and play that for hours. I just can't. I can't do it. You know?
Yeah.
You know,
I also feel weird and exposed playing VR.
But that's the thing. You guys don't want the surprise tickling.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
That's a big
it is a real
issue for you
concern.
guys. Yeah.
It's not even like a joke to me. Like it's a rule. If anyone's playing VR, don't touch them. Don't prank them. I hate it.
Oh boy.
Really? You like open the front
If
door?
I ever said that, the
just
total
kinda-
opposite would happen. Yeah, you get it. You're giving the trolls.
Keep it down,
like-
neighbors.
Yeah.
No one touches me.
So I don't do it outside, like John was doing it, right in the middle of his backyard. Wasn't that you?
No, that's not me. But
maybe it's not,
I
but
always
Rob.
wondered about that with the because I've never had a non-tethered device.
Just
Michelle. How could
wander
I
into
do
the
that?
street and get hit.
Yes, right. I kind of like that idea though, like putting a headset on. And all of a sudden, you're like in this virtual New York City, and you can just walk around a field. And
Well, that was
like,
one of
you
the
know,
cool things about like 3-body problem. Like you think like, oh, smell-o-vision, you have to literally have the smell come out. No, you just have to, when you connect it to the brain, trigger the little spots in the brain that equal the smell of pickles or something. And now all of a sudden you smell pickles. So as we are do that, and Gabe from Steam is actually doing like a Neuralink with gaming, right? His new project. I mean, that's like we kind of talked about it.
Elon
On one of the,
did that.
Well, I mean, yeah, but Gabe Newell, obviously from Steam, that's like his next project. He's
Elon,
like,
obviously the richest dude. But no, Elon.
yeah, but
just
Elon's doing more for medical stuff right
Well,
now.
I know,
right?
but the guy
Like,
that he installed it and played Civilization with it.
Well,
he was
yeah,
like the
but I'm
first one to
saying
play a game with,
Gabe
with
is
that.
also
Well,
doing
though,
that,
did he get
and
past the
is
first
that the
screen?
future of Steam? You know, just plopping that thing on your head. It's gaming, it's VR, but it's because it's contacting certain points in your brain. So it's obviously where we're going. But it's just,
Body
we're
is
not
like
there yet.
the. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
John
there
has
someday.
never
That's
seen an
the
episode,
end
so he
goal.
doesn't know what we're talking about. You know, you put that gold helmet on and you're done. Okay, so let's
Like
move
this,
on.
John. You gotta
John doesn't watch anything but documentaries with food trucks. He's checked out. He's checked out.
Guy Fieri's
Yeah,
food truck.
that's what he watches.
That's
And then
really,
he'll be like,
that's really not true.
it is true. And then he'll be like, I want a food truck. I'm getting a food truck. I'm like, John, where are you going to park it? Your wife's going to kill you. He's like, yeah, I shouldn't get a
Taco
food
truck, a rub truck.
Yeah, rub truck, a spice
I
truck.
had
You just go out
I
and
had a
spice
food truck phase, but
I know you did.
um,
I know you did. You have a lot of phases, John. We hear
Johnny's
all about
rub
them.
truck sounds like a great thing.
All right. Well, now it's time to get serious. All right, because there are emotions that we all have. Okay.
that's right.
Yeah.
We have
And sometimes
feels.
games bring them out. You know. I think we can do this.
Got the feels.
So we have to tell.
Michelle.
We should be like everybody does these days. They tell everybody they're in therapy. You can't just be in therapy. People have to tell everybody they're in therapy. So when you listen to this episode, you're in therapy. And I want you to tell people now that you're in therapy because you listened to this episode 851 of VGO, The Feels. We're going to heal you tonight. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Good.
I am.
Well, I
I am.
played a
Raw
game
honesty.
from the developers of Journey, which is a game Matt loves. A game
Ugh.
Matt talks
I
about
love
having
Journey.
experiences and being touched, okay? By the light. Connecting.
Yep.
So I'm like, I've got to get into this world. If Matt can feel this, I can feel this too. So they released Sky Children of the Light on Steam.
Good.
And it's been out on other platforms, but it just came to Steam. It is an MMO where you journey across this magical world with other people and make connections to them. And the whole goal
Oh,
of the game,
connections. This
yes,
is wonderful.
yes, it's very deep. The
Well,
whole
this
goal
is-
of the
this
game
is
is
exactly
to have
what the world needs.
non-toxic connections. Okay, they have said this. They said if you're having a toxic connection with somebody in a game, it's the game's fault. Okay, so you cannot have a toxic
game allows it.
interaction with somebody, but I think I did. I think I managed to. Okay, so let me get into
You
this.
managed to have a
Look,
toxic
don't worry about it. It's
interaction
fine.
in
I don't know if I made this guy jump off a bridge or what. I'll figure it out. Let's figure it out together.
God.
So it's a silent storytelling MMO. Okay. When you start the game, it tells you that sound is more than half of the experience. And I thought that was a nice way to put it. Is it 60% of the experience? 51? 99? We don't know. More than half. Okay. So
Well,
I got
that's-
my
that's a-
headphones. It's deep.
I mean, we can narrow it down.
It's deep.
Let's
Okay?
work on this. we have some direction.
How many
It's more than-
senses do we take when we're playing a video game? We have 3 senses.
Yeah. Well, they said sound
Touch.
is a big part of it. All right. So I
Now,
put
is
my
this
headphones cranked.
truly an MMO?
That's what they say. Yes, you're running around, you see spirits of people, and you interact with them, and they come to life more
In
and
real
more.
time, or is it bullshit
In real
time?
time.
I'm
Okay.
going to play this
Okay.
so
Yeah,
hard.
you should try this, Matt. So it starts off, you're like a flying toddler with wings, perfectly normal, right? And it tells you fear not, child, you will defeat the darkness. So you get dropped down into this world. It's very Zelda-ish, very pretty. You have a candle and you start like lighting up frozen bodies and warming them up, and it turns into people. And so all of a sudden one turns into a person, but I believe it's an AI character at the start. And this dude starts following me around, and, you know, he's kind of teaching me what to do. Okay, burn these mushrooms up, heal the land. And all of a sudden, you know, I'm doing these simple tasks with these candles, and a real player starts to follow me around. And I name them because you can name them and stuff. You can offer them certain things, candles that you have to make connections with them. And so they offer to be my friend. And so I named them Boy One, right? Because they looked like a boy character. And then I see that as you do more stuff with them, they want you to spend money in game to buy candles because it's a free game. But you can also find the candles. So I didn't spend anything. But, you know, as I'm trying to explore this game and relax and like figure it all out and figure out the world and the puzzles, this person following me around starts to annoy me a little bit. Okay.
But can you like actually type to them or anything?
Yeah. Well, let me get to that. It unlocks slowly. It's actually pretty cool how they do that. The more time you spend with somebody, the more you unlock with them. So I'm not really feeling
it's
this
like strip
connection.
poker.
Yeah, it's a little tantalizing, okay? I think it's a suitor simulator. So let's get into that because so I just started to feel a little weird. Like this person won't leave, you know, they're following me. I'm not talking about that I was actually accosted or I was creeped out or anything stupid. No, I'm just saying like for me, it was actually taking away from the experience because I felt rushed. Like I'm like, oh no, are they waiting for me at the rock? And like I kind of felt like for me personally, it kind of tapped into my feeling of feeling like I was doing something wrong and I wasn't moving fast enough and
Michelle.
Anxiety, right? So it was tapping into that for me. So we just
Michelle,
weren't
that's the
compatible.
opposite feeling these developers intended.
Well, I had a toxic
You had anxiety?
Well, look, I wanted to quit. Then all of a sudden, this guy comes up to me. I named him Boy 2. He grabs me by the hand and he starts flying me around. Okay. This guy takes me all over the place. He's taking me to rocks. He's taking me down in the caves. He's showing me this. He's showing me what? You know what? I fucking dropped Boy 1. I'm with Boy 2. All right. Now I'm in. All right.
I gotta say, Boy 2 came in stronger.
Oh, yeah. He came in stronger and he knew his shit. Okay. Yeah. So I was in. Okay. So this like tapped into my emotions of liking to kind of like feeling like everything's okay and everything's safe and I'm going to show you what to do. You know, he's taking me around all this stuff and I'm learning. I'm like, okay, I can actually fly up into that cave and do this and that. So I'm in. So I accept his candle. I, you know, offer him some stuff, you know, you do an emote of a hug and this and that. And I'm thinking this could be a 75-year-old woman. What is going on here? So as you play with the
child.
yeah, I know. But no, as you're playing, you can unlock text chat, John. Okay.
Okay.
And that's when it got a little weird to me because he starts talking to me, asking me my name, asking me like where I'm from, saying he wants to help me. And then I was like, I got weirded out. I'm not kidding because like this could have been a cool connection experience if you left all that out of it. But the second it gets too human, I quit.
Yep.
I left.
The text is a bad idea for this game.
Bad idea.
Journey
People could be saying all sorts of shit.
It actually doesn't seem to match the aesthetic.
No, I think the text
is
is dangerous because who knows? Not even thinking of the kids shit, but just it kind of took me out of the magical world of the game and into the real
like
life
Nintendo
world.
would have canned things that you could select.
Yes,
or emojis
it should be things that take place in the game. Like, what is your spirit, or what is your like? It should have been like more game focused. But because he could type anything, he's asking me what part of California I live in, and I'm like, okay,
that turns me off so much.
Yeah,
like, legit. It ruins the fantasy of just.
I will say though, before that, I was kind of like in on it. I was like, okay, I do get the connection thing, and it kind of teaches you about yourself, and like I felt so much better. Like when so, but I quit the game. Like he was like, I'll help you. I'll show you what to do. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I just quit the game. I quit on him.
I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, it's like I'm washing my hair. No, but then I felt bad as soon as I signed off. And I'm like, all right, let me sign back on and just explain that I'm going to go or whatever, because that's just me. Like, I don't like just like ghosting people. I will always try to talk it out and like be civil.
Yeah.
So I felt like I owed the person that, which I don't. That's just my own problem. So I go in and he was gone. And I'm like, and he removed me from his friends or whatever. I guess I kind of pissed him off. I know. I felt bad. I felt guilt. And I was like, well, you know what? This game actually did do a human connection, as tiny as it was. It made me, I had an emotional
But is there gameplay or is it just a social thing?
John, she's telling you the gameplay is the relationship.
The gameplay is the relationship you forge with the
okay,
people
so
you
it's just
choose
a
to follow.
social
Well, you're doing puzzles, you're lighting candles, you're trying to do some platforming, you're discovering this story.
But the candle, this is like some kind of like wedding ring or something.
Yeah,
like,
well, there's an in-game timer.
here's a review,
like-
free game where I can chase people around with a candle begging to be their friend and they run away from me.
Well, yeah, that's
Or
the thing.
fly
You don't
with
want a
you.
needy person like that. It was weird. That first boy one was too much. You know, he's
This
like,
is a game where you light up everyone's blunt and speak in Morse code.
oh yeah, you're definitely burning mushrooms. Everybody's high, I think, on this island. I think.
Oh, really?
I think so. But there's all these like in-game events. Like if you stand under the moon on this date, you become a jellyfish and then you can fly as a jellyfish. There's like cosmetics you can unlock. So I feel like I don't want to be one of these people that says like chat ruins the game, but I feel like in this game, in this experience,
ruins the game.
it took me out of it because I wanted to be this child of, because it's called Sky Children of the Light, right? I wanted to be this child of the light. I wanted to get embraced in this world and figured out with some friend I met. And the second this guy or girl or whatever it even was, I mean, he said it was a guy's name. I don't know. But the second he started asking me my name, where I live, I'm out of the game world and I'm into the real world. And it just kind of took me out of this so-called experience because
Chat would have killed Journey too in the same way.
Yeah.
It's just like, now you're human, now you're a creep.
you're
like,
a human. I don't want to. Yeah, exactly. When that realness of who somebody is kind of goes away, it kind of like it just took away from the experience
The
of
fantasy,
the game to me.
it's gone.
Yeah, that was like the immersion was gone for me because I'm like, oh god, you're a person. I thought we were a magical sky kid and we were going to heal the world together. Okay, so I mean, I'm not. Here's the thing. I wasn't looking for a real friend, right? And that maybe this is nice if you are looking to actually chat with somebody and make a friend. Maybe you could do that with a real chat. For me, I'm not looking for that in a video game. Sorry. I was just looking to play a video game. And I think that that's the problem. So this is more on the social end of real life and talking. And I think that's where it gets a little weird for me personally. But warnings
Now,
aside.
this is an iOS and Android game also?
Yes, it's been around for a while on console and iOS. Just came to Steam. It's called Sky.
Michelle
Children
did the
of
assignment.
Light.
She went through an
I did
emotional
it.
roller
I did go
coaster.
through an emotion. Man, I felt a little weird that I felt like this guy's
What
cool,
is
then
this
I felt
moth
guilt.
thing? People are calling each other moths and it's a bad thing or something? Or
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
like,
can get
that's
winged.
like the N-word.
Yeah, you don't use that out in that world. It's bad. You never in public.
you don't say moth.
No,
It's just,
Whoa. Cut that.
let's not even
looks
say
like we
that
got a
right
regular
now.
moth here, huh?
No. That's very offensive.
That's what my
Don't
grandparents
you call somebody a moth blood? It's like Hogwarts, right? It's like Harry Potter. You don't do that. So yeah,
ugly moth blood.
I recommend it, but do know that the chat thing, don't unlock it. It ruins it. Like you spend enough time flying around with somebody and the chat thing is going to ruin it for, at least it did for me. Unless you're actually looking for a friend. Like some people do that. They go into VR chat. They want to socialize. That's cool if that's your thing. It's not for me. So let's also talk about another game, which did make me feel something. It's called Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. Okay. Have you ever wanted to move around from room to room or object to object in a room, being sad, but looking cute? That's what you can do in this game. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's
The
me
looking
every
cute-
day. But go
yeah,
on.
the looking cute thing kind of got me because you can design your character. You can pick the headphone color. I matched it with my socks. I was in. All right. I've got PJ pants. I've got headphones. I'm all cuddly. You know, it's like the lo-fi girl, right? I'm cute. I'm cuddly. I'm in my little house. Oh, I have a fireplace going and I can adjust all the sounds of my fireplace and the crickets outside. So what do you do in this quote game? Well, it's a productivity center. Okay. And I don't even like that word productivity. It bothers me. All right. But so you
That's
can
where
get
Matt
in
has
there.
his lunches.
I know.
Toronto.
I'm in it's like a character from Silicon Valley. I'm in the productivity
home
room,
office.
the wonder. So that's how I felt like. So what you can do in this is you can customize your virtual space. All right. So that aspect was cool. I'm picking the colors, the decorations. You know, I'm picking the sounds, the room, the music. They have a music player, but also like adjusting fireplace sounds and the storm outside. And that all changes like the color of the light outside, the sunset if you make it night, and it changes if you put the crickets on. It gets really dark. And so that's kind of cool. Feels
Now,
like
is
you're
this
making
inspired by like those YouTube channels with the girl in the
I
spaceship?
think Lo-Fi Girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you put this on in the background?
Yeah,
Or
you
what
could.
do you
Yeah,
do
I
with
think they
this?
want it running in the background because you can set up like a task that you need to do, like a to-do list, and then you can set up like write in your journal. There's like a journal in the game, so you can keep track of your daily habits. Okay, so they want you to check in with this game every day, and as you do more stuff, as you move your character around from the fireplace to the bed to the desk and all the different places you can sit, you get points and you find spirits. You unlock spirits in your spirit deck. They're cute little animals and you can customize them and collect them all. So the more, tasks you check off and the more things you do, that's basically what it is. But yeah, it's not a game. It's something that runs in the background. And
Interesting.
it's
Like
just,
on a second monitor type thing.
yeah, I mean, I get it. Like if you really want a to-do list that's always going, but it has like a game around it. But I found that it was just moving from object to object being sad. And I don't want to do that in a game. I don't need the game to tell me that I have a dentist appointment at 2:00. I don't, need the game to tell me that I didn't spend enough time today meditating. I'm just not one of these people that needs this. Now,
She looks reflective, though. Do you think she's sad? I think she's just kind of
well, she seemed really depressed. I don't know. She's too young to be this depressed. All right. My character was cute. She looked about 17 years old and she's in bed just crying. She's doodling.
Now, is the soundtrack legit? Like, could this
Well,
just be a lo-fi player? Or
yeah, I mean, the lo-fi songs were okay. It opens up a YouTube player, so you can go to YouTube and play your own music. I wish I
Okay.
had Spotify integration because I was trying to play my own stuff, but you need that like annoying lo-fi music, I think, to make the game to fit with the game because the music they give you really did fit with it because it was like rain sounds and all this like typical sort of stuff. But yeah, I didn't find use for this, so it ended up being a return for me on Steam. Yeah, I got the
He
feels.
Bradforded the game.
I Bradforded it, but it did make me feel something. I feel like this is a game for sad people who have a plan in life that they can't reach. That's what
legit
this is for.
like the task feature, though, because I do have a task thing on my computer, but I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, what if I can listen to lo-fi hip-hop? Because I legit sometimes put that on when I'm writing, because it's just
Yeah,
kinda-
maybe it might be for
chill.
you. For me, look, I'm calendar obsessed. I
Can you
do
make a
love
mail?
organization, but I can't. Yes, you can make a mail. A lot of weird
because
furry
every
alien
screenshot is
things.
girls.
Yeah, of course, a lot of them are
Yeah,
girls.
if I have a 17-year-old girl on my computer.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
My
There's a
wife might be like-
17-year-old girl in knee-high socks waving her feet around on the bed. Honey, what are you playing? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I liked it because like I could relate. Like I was like, oh, it's a cute sweatshirt. let me see if I can unlock it with these points if I do enough tasks. Like there's actually a goal maybe, which is kind of cool to get you to complete your tasks in real life. Of course, you can fake them so that you can buy in-game stuff. So that was kind of like the draw too. Like, hey, if I'm good today and I work out and I don't eat that cookie, maybe I can unlock the hat I like in the game. It's kind of like a metaverse kind of thing. So Craigie says this is a Games for Pedos episode. No, I don't think so. But
You should
the
reflect
game has
on that,
feels.
and if that's
yeah,
your reaction,
it'll make
it's a
you
game
reflect
with
on it while you're
feelings.
doodling in the bed. All the let's not go there. But no, it wasn't for me. But if you're looking for a way to keep track of your habits or write in a journal or set a timer, like maybe you're cooking and it's like, oh, timer's up. I heard it in my lo-fi game. You can do that. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's for emo girls, Accused says. Cause yeah, you're like 20, right? Accused, he says it's for emo girls his age. Yeah, no, it wasn't for me, but I kind of, the art was cool and the room was cool, but it was more like a player in the background than an actual game. And I think they wanted $10 for it. So I was like, I don't need this in my life. I played a little bit. But other than that, I did play a lot of Path of Exile this week. My spec is finally fully online. So I'm playing like a spec where you kind of frost blink in and explode everything around you. And it's a lot of fun because that's one of the
get
things
the feels.
I get the feels. That's what I love about a good ARPG. Like I said, tons of monsters on the screen. You're a god. Okay. You're just killing everything. That's power. It gives you the feels because, there is a little side of me and I don't tap into it. That's a little power hungry, a little evil. It can come out in pure. It's nice. It comes out. You're just going to kill everything. And I also watched Dune 2 again. It came out on streaming. Matt, I recommend watching it again at home. I really liked it at home. And that's where you can tap into your power fantasy too, because we know where that's headed.
That's
So-
a vibe. That movie's a vibe.
Yes, that movie has the feels. So, and speaking of watching stuff, I watched Fallout because everybody was talking about it. What do you guys think of it? Are you enjoying it?
I'm only on episode 1, but I'm loving the detail in this show. Like, just
Yeah, I
All
think the
the little
set
things
stuff and all that is really cool too.
Yeah, I'm halfway
high
through the
production
first
value.
episode, and
Do you have the feels?
I mean, it's so like campy, kind of like that
Yes, it
world,
is.
you know.
right?
I-
that's Fallout. I think it's capturing
Yes.
the same.
I know it is. It is. But once it kicked in the beginning with the wedding and all that shit, I'm like, all right, this is going to be cool, I think. And I do like the bride girl. I think
Yeah.
she was good.
She's good.
She's good in
Is
it.
she,
Colton Goggins.
is she the main character and
Yes,
her
she's
dad?
the main character.
And Kyle?
And it sets
The-
up all this story.
the
Yeah.
mayor of Portland?
Yeah, the Twin Peaks
Well, he's
guy.
actually was in the first Dune movie. But,
That's right.
I like it. I think it's a little overrated. People are getting really hyped about it, but Fallout 76 has beat the concurrent player records. Like Amazon has given the game away free, by the way. So if you have Amazon Prime, link it to your Twitch and claim Fallout free. And you could also sub on twitch.tv/John and Michelle with your Amazon sub every month. But they're giving the game away free, but it's on Steam. It's like doing better than it ever has. So a lot of people are talking about Fallout. We just set up a Fallout category in our Discord. Some of our people are trying to play Fallout 76 again or Fallout 4 again. They're all talking
I
about,
reinstalled it just
good.
because I didn't launch it, but I reinstalled it on my Xbox.
Yeah.
They missed an opportunity, though, to make a remake or a remaster,
agree.
just some kind of game just to coincide, because that would do gangbusters right now.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, Kevin is saying the GameStar guy, everyone is coming in and buying it at the shop. I mean, and the thing is, I feel like Amazon is sort of doing really well marketing it. It was on all of my Amazon Fresh bags, and every time you go to Amazon, like it's featured there, and like they're really running with this because it's getting received like very well. But I too was like, oh, is there like a reskin for Fallout Shelter? Or is there some mini game for this that they're playing there? Like they missed the opportunity, but they're still right. All the games are doing well right now, so it's a win.
Yeah, I mean,
guess.
Game Pass is the big winner for that, by the way.
Totally.
I mean, are they getting Game Pass subs? I don't know.
Well, I mean, all the games are there.
Well, they're being given away free though by Amazon.
I know they're only doing 76 on one of the mobile games, right?
One's not mobile, but maybe there's also a mobile. But I don't know. They're on sale too. They're like $5. There's like a sale going on. So it's a good time to revisit Fallout if you're watching the show. Like I think the show's cool. I do think it's a little overrated. It's a little too campy for me because I like more serious shit. But I still think it's a fun watch, right? So it's something that I think.
Yeah, I mean that's like my only hang up on it is like they all got those jumpsuits on, and it's almost like a Wes Anderson
You're playing
thing.
the games, though.
I know, but to
just
see
not
it in
my
real
type
life
of
on people like on
That's fair.
actors,
Well, no,
you know
but
what I'm saying?
that's the way it is, though. It fits with them because they're the vault dwellers versus the people out in the real world. So they are sort of caught in the 50s. They are just happy,
campy.
okie dokie, right? They're
know.
campy. They are
I know,
in this
they're
sort
like
of
this cult
Shangri-La
kinda,
world, cult
yeah.
people. So it fits. It does really fit because the real people are out in the real world, and the vault dwellers.
Yeah,
are
they're
kind
all
of,
like rigid, rules and etiquette and whatever.
yeah.
Right.
So anyway, check the show out on Amazon. I think it's worth just looking at least, especially if you play the games. And I am just
Power Armor
drinking
looked really good. Sorry.
mint water. It's that time of year again where I start picking the mint in my backyard, cleaning it and putting it in water. All right, John, what did you do to get the feels?
Well, I mean, listen, I play some Call of Duty. Let's talk about that right now.
Let's talk about Harold Halibut, the game that took 10 years to make, that everybody has been saying
Longer.
It's a tale about friends and sadness and loss. Harold Halibut.
It looks so cool, though.
Oh, does it?
It looks.
All right, let's talk about
The
Harold
moments of
Halibut.
sadness,
So
bitterness.
this game came out today. Okay, I didn't fully understand the backstory. I did some research before this to just figure out how the fuck they made this game because I knew it was stop motion, but when you're playing the game, it's clearly not stop motion. You're not playing like photographs. Like there's some computer trickery going on here, and so. They started working on this game like in 2003 or before, Michelle.
Wow.
Okay, and basically they made all the models by hand. Everything's made by hand. Okay, that's how everything started in this game. Every chair, every spoon, every floor, every wall, every character, all made by hand. Wood. These people are like in a wood shop carving shit with Dremels and glue and hot glue. And basically what they did is, when they started working on this game, the technology wasn't quite there, but they were basically amassing assets. And as the technology got better, like they would make a chair, and they said they had to take like 500 photos of every object in the game.
It's
And
like
then
a
they would,
diorama type thing in a way.
yeah, diorama. Yep, very much like that. But
Okay.
and I saw like some early prototypes of the game. When it started out, it was very much where they thought, okay, we're just gonna take the photographs, and those are going to be the sprites, the animation, and it just like it initially started out as a point and click game where you just pushed, clicked on the screen, and then the guy would walk to it, right? And then eventually they started doing 3D scans, and then they started making 3D models from everything. So everything started out physical, but then it all got brought into the digital world. But it still looks so unique because of how they went about creating this. And
Right.
I got to give them credit for that because watching some of the making of stuff, I'm like, holy fuck, is this game a lot of work? Like,
Yeah, it's made by
like-
the Slow Brothers. Perfect name for them.
oh
20
my
years to
god,
make the
like,
game.
like seriously, like I mean, you talk about like, these games we've been talking about the last few years where they spend
Yeah.
5 years on it, release it, and then it dies.
Well, it has
like,
this
that's,
unique look to it where it almost looks like a cartoon you'd see in the 90s.
Yeah, well, I mean, but just think of the gamble that they were doing here for this, right?
So it's
So
like
they-
a passion project more than
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
So
there
it's
was
cool,
a
though.
Kickstarter. There was like a Kickstarter thing and all that. But
Mm-hmm.
all right, so what is the game though? Okay, so basically during the Cold War, war was breaking out or was threatening to break out, and so all these humans left Earth on this ship called Fedora and went into space trying to find a new planet, basically. And then the ship crashed, and it landed on a water planet, and the ship sunk to the bottom of the ocean, and they're all just living in it now. That's like their world, okay? This spaceship, okay? And thank God it was watertight, Matt, right? Come on, that would have been a
No
problem.
kidding. Right.
So
I mean,
they're
it's
at the-
space tight, isn't it? So wouldn't that be watertight as
Hopefully.
well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right, the ship's at the bottom of the ocean. They don't know where the fuck they are or anything, and they're just surviving. Okay, and then you play as Harold, who was born on the ship. He's never seen Earth, doesn't know any other world except for this ship, and he's a handyman working on the ship for this doctor.
Sorry, this is a generation ship? Like he grew up in the ship?
Yeah, he was born on it. Yeah,
Harold looks British. Does he sound British?
yeah, I think so. There's definitely
Okay.
some kind of British thing going on here.
Good.
Yeah, and the humor I think is also leans that way.
Okay.
So the game starts out with basically you having to do these tasks, and I, it came out today, so I couldn't play like hours and hours of this, but I just wanted to just know what was going to happen, and I read some reviews on it, and this is a walking simulator. This is pretty much just a storytelling game. The end.
Is it a pick things up, put them in your inventory, combine them?
Well, no, there's
type
no
walking
inventory.
simulator?
You have a PDA that gives you tasks, and the tasks I've done in the beginning. One review I read said that after you do those initial tasks, which I've done, there's really not a lot of stuff to do ever again. It's basically
Disappointing.
talking to people,
Yeah.
and then they say, "Oh, go talk to Doug at the ski shop," and then you gotta go find the ski shop,
So it's
and
an
then he tells you
interactive
something.
film, people are saying, and appreciate it for the art, not necessarily.
yeah, but there's something going on that I wish I didn't know from reading a review. Like Harold does leave the ship, okay, and so like. I think the story is going to get interesting, and
Yeah.
basically he's on this ship, and it's very Bioshocky, by the way, too. The vibe of it, it's very dystopian, Orwellian. A corporation is
Wes Anderson, people are calling it.
well visually like the Fox movie, right? Like that, and Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Yeah. But
Wes Anderson's,
yeah, it's quirky and weird like Wes Anderson, but it's also very Bioshocky. Like it's because the Rapture, whatever. This is like the Fedora. It's kind of like of another time period or whatever, just trapped in time, like Fallout.
Kotaku
They
calls
left.
the game precious. Would you agree?
Listen, I'm going to give them all the credit in the world for pulling this off. Okay,
Yeah.
because I think they deserve it. Because
But no gameplay.
I think the gameplay ultimately is going to be pretty light, but the voice acting fantastic, the humor clean,
Yeah, this
and
looks brilliant. But if
It
they
is,
just put, like,
it
a
is.
They
cool
could have put some
game
puzzles
behind
into it.
there,
Like, they
there are
already built
puzzles.
it.
There's puzzles in the
Okay.
beginning. I did some puzzles. Like I had
Like,
to.
what kind of puzzles?
Well, okay, the puzzles in the beginning. Okay, you have to. You get a list of tasks in the very, very beginning when it starts. So I had to feed the fish. I had to feed the fish. There's a fish tank. Okay, I go to the fish tank machine. I find it. I can push on this. I push it. It says, "Oh, there's no fish food. Go talk to Cyrus." I don't know who that is. Where he is. I don't know. It said, "Go talk to Cyrus. He'll help you out with that." Okay, that's puzzle 1 or quest, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a puzzle.
Yeah, all right. Puzzle 2 was I had to clean.
That's just
okay. All right, the next one is
Yeah.
definitely a puzzle. I had to clean out the pressure valve, the pressure tank. Okay, and then you go there, and it's just a menu of nonsense, and you have to just figure out. Okay, if I
Matt, I'm
move the
wondering if
dot.
there's a Silo thing going on. You watch that Apple TV show, right? Silo?
Oh, Yeah,
maybe
no, I
that's
did.
going on in this
Maybe-
game because they're.
Oh, maybe they think they're on a planet.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
they
Well, okay. Thank you.
He's really
'cause
just in a room.
No.
in a boat.
No, listen to this. I thought initially that the story that they're on another planet is bullshit and they're actually at the bottom of the ocean on the
Well,
Earth.
look, some bad shit's going to happen to Harold because he's like crying in he's depressed. This guy is sad. He's
yeah,
never
he's
known
very
love.
wishy-washy
He's isolated.
and
Yeah.
just like he hates his mundane life is basically what's going
Yeah.
on. There's lots of feels here, like
Lots
for sure.
of feels is
Mundane life.
bittersweet. He's
Yeah.
crying a lot, this guy.
Yeah,
Just
and
needs some
ship
sweet
on the bottom.
ship pussy.
but what I was
Shit.
yeah. well, really, what I
Wait,
was
a
thinking,
ship
this is
pussy,
like
that's a butt.
this
I
is like a
didn't mean it
Planet
that
of the
way.
Apes thing where they realize they've been on Earth the whole
Harold
time.
is sad. Okay,
Right?
Somebody has to make this guy happy.
Well, okay. Anyway, I
His
was trying to
photos
get to
are
the.
depressing.
I was trying to get to the main story though. Is that
Yeah.
a corporation is running the ship in this very Orwellian
No, now
way
this is a
and,
spoiler.
and collecting. It's just like in the beginning, the whole setup.
Come on,
It is
John.
Bioshock.
And so they launch a probe to the surface of the water with an antenna on it, and that's when things are going to get interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so John, you're right. So this is pre-humans. They've landed on Earth millions of years ago. They're going to be like, this is how Earth started.
There's
This
a
is how
seed.
humanity came
That's
to Earth.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
man
what I'm
came to
saying.
Earth,
Like,
yeah.
well, what if they left Earth and then just crashed in the Atlantic Ocean?
No,
and they
this
don't-
is Earth.
No, this is Earth.
This is like Battlestar Galactica, where like this is taking
Right. So
place millions of
panspermia,
years
basically,
in the past.
they
no,
are.
but okay.
seeding
I'll say this
Earth
though.
from
In
another
the
planet. They
very
are the
beginning
humans,
of
that's
the
why.
of the game, they show a map of the Earth and missiles being launched from United States to Russia and
It's
whatever.
a clone of the Earth. It's not real.
Yeah, it's
But
Earth.
what I
There's
thought
something
is
going on. It's Earth.
they left the planet in the ship and they're
John,
not
let
good
us
at
have our own
navigating.
story for
and
Harold here. I want a
but no,
better ending for him.
I want
Yeah, that
them
was-
to
that
come
was
out of the
good.
water and the
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty is there. That's
I
what I
want Harold
want.
to emerge
But
from the
it's got an
ocean. He's
ape head.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
Okay. Crafty says, what
But
game
Earl's
is this?
head is on the
Harold
Statue of Liberty.
Halibut. Harold. Is it Harold or Henry? It's
Harold Halibut.
It's
Yeah,
Harold
yeah.
Halibut.
Ah, yeah,
I
there's
like
the map of the
alliteration. It's a stop motion looking game that looks cool,
It
but
looks
is
great.
not much gameplay.
It looks really cool.
It's on Game Pass. It's given
does
John
have the feels, though.
He's got the feels. It's got
I mean, I
20
do feel-
reviews on Steam. Nobody's buying this.
Because it's on
These
Game
kids don't want
Pass.
to play this game.
Yeah, can you imagine these guys? They might be Swedes, by the way.
Are they? Oh, you think everybody is? I think they're British. Let's look this up. Slow Bros. I think they're European.
I think they're definitely European.
They kind of
Yeah, the slow bros.
there's kind of IKEA colors going on right here. There's a lot of like blue and yellow. I'm kind of maybe you're right.
Animated the game for 20 years.
Oh, they're
but this is-
German. They're German. They're
They're
German.
Germans.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah,
consistent.
Yeah, we got to make it to stop motion.
We are
my
doing this.
God.
I don't care if it takes us 20 years.
I don't care. We're going to do it.
Yeah, they finally got.
You are
serious.
not efficient. Listen, get in there with the Dremel. We need spoons. We need forks.
There's been 20
You
sweaty
keep
German
making
guys
the same
making
fucking chair. We
Harold's
need
chair.
multiple chairs.
Yeah,
We can't
Oh my
reuse
God.
the same chair over and over again.
they've literally been working for 20 years. A bunch of Germans on this shit.
I know.
All
This
right,
is the
toil
this
of
is
manhood.
serious shit.
This is what it takes to make a masterpiece.
If they weren't doing this, who knows what they'd be doing? Let's keep them busy. I think this is good. These guys, let's keep them busy. They're working on chairs.
we are all
Channel that
animating
energy.
for 20 years if you think about it.
Channel it in.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
okay.
What are you saying?
Crafty
What are
says
you
not a
saying?
single good
Sven,
game
what
on
are you
Game
saying
Pass.
right now?
I'm saying if you think we are all making games out of our lives, this is just ours.
Yeah.
You have to slow
Listen,
down.
guys are all Harold.
we need more chairs. You keep making the same fucking chair.
Every chair is different in its own way.
They look
but
the
I make
same. Get
You
some
look
new
closer,
chair
you'll see the
inspiration.
soul of the chair. I am Kraftwerks.
Listen, or not. Where are you?
What?
Or not.
This is a chill game.
The most popular German name is Noah. I would never know that. Noah.
Oh my
Yeah, Noah worked on this. He made
I
all
thought
the
it would be
fucking
like
butter knives.
something a little harder.
Noah worked for 10 years and
Like
they gave up.
Hans
It
or
was too hard
something.
for Noah.
My whole idea of German people is now changed. Come
We
on.
asked Noah to
More
make the lamps,
Hans
and Noah made 10 lamps.
and Franz. I'm going to
with
pump you
Hans
up.
and Franz. I don't think the kids know Hans and Franz.
That's all right. No kids listen to this shit. Everybody that listens to this show is over 30.
That's true.
All right. So, John, did you like Harold Halibut? What do you think?
I mean,
Here?
I kind of said it.
Yeah.
You love
You
VR,
respect them, but you
wish
won't
was
play it.
something
I
else.
Okay.
respect the
Matt
effort.
might have a different experience. Matt might actually give this a shot. It might
And I
open up.
tried to get this on Games Pass, but my Games Pass is
Games Pass,
the
games. What do you,
Uninstall it,
Game
reinstall the
Pass.
app. Get an Xbox. Come on,
that. I
let's
did
do
all
this.
that.
Let's get Matt going with a Xbox.
Yeah.
Why
cheap
could you not
donations
get
of
this
an
on
Xbox.
Game Pass?
John-
What are you talking about?
It said I'll open it right now. It says content won't load. Like, and it's that.
Did you
says
fully
that for
download
every-
it, Matt?
Oh, Xbox services are having issues. Oh, it might
Oh.
not be me.
Okay. We'll give
Okay,
it some
good. It
time.
might not
Matt,
be me.
I feel bad
That's
for you,
all
buddy.
right. It's all right.
Oh wait, it says install now. No,
Oh,
it says
nice.
try updating. All right.
He's got the feels. All right. Well, R.I.P.
All right.
Harold.
All right, let's talk about this.
ND. What else did you play, John, to give you feels?
Well, I played Once Human.
Yes, the game that is getting some buzz. It's an open world MMORPG with guns, John, and
Survival craft.
survival crafting.
Can you make a wooden house somewhere?
Okay,
and put a
so-
fire in it.
All right, let's set this up. Okay, so this game is in beta right now, closed beta, right, Michelle? We got a key or something,
Yes, we did.
and it is a NetEase game.
Oh,
This is some Tencent stuff, okay? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are just dismissing this just out of hand because it's a NetEase game.
okay. Is that warranted?
Well, I mean, I played some NetEase shit. Like, there was that PUBG clone mobile game, whatever the fuck it was.
I mean, NetEase is
I've
in
been-
everything. I think I played.
Yeah, I've been through the NetEase shit before, and the launcher and all that stuff. But a lot of people just don't want anything to do with it, okay?
Right.
And I've been reading some of that, too.
Okay.
This game is going to be on mobile, too, and that's also turning off people.
That shows you kind of what it's going for. Like a catchy game? Is it a catchy
Yes, there's some of that gotcha stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so I went into this not really knowing what the game really was or just the quality of the game. And I'll say this, quality's there, I think. Like, it looks pretty good. And it is a third-person survival craft game, kind of like Pal World, kind of like... it reminds me of the way the character moves and shoots reminds me of PUBG a lot, actually, or Division.
I was going to say Division. Yeah.
But there's no cover system or anything, so it's
Okay.
more like PUBG, right? Like it just and just the character models and everything just had a PUBG vibe to me. And okay, so there's some fucked up weird shit going on in this game where there's like these two universes and they're all colliding, and you're going to this alternate universe back to Earth, and Earth is basically this post-apocalyptic hellscape, very dystopian. So once I get to Earth, the first thing I need to do is make a goddamn fucking crafting table.
Sounds good. I'm in.
Every time.
I'm in. I like a crafting table.
And then you got to make a hammer, probably, right?
There's
Yes,
a lot
okay,
of
yeah.
roaming around this world,
Yeah.
though, with guns. It's not just
Well,
a
hang on.
table,
So,
right?
but let's just talk about the core gameplay, okay?
Okay.
So the game starts. I gotta make a crafting table. Well, I can't make that because I don't have any fucking wood.
Pick up the rocks and sticks.
chop
Let's
a
do it.
tree.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, I don't have enough wood. Oh, now I need some iron ore. I need to start hitting some rocks.
John, this is what real life would be like. You would have to collect to build. You think your mommy's going to just hand
I
it to
know,
you?
but it's getting so cliche at this
It's the
point.
same
It really
thing.
is.
No.
Every game,
Don't be
though.
survival craft haters.
I know, but it is the exact same start to every game.
Yeah.
And then you
I
got to
love
build
it.
a shelter.
It's better than your
then you
aunt
make a
dying and
fabric.
leaving you a farm like the start of every fucking Stardew Valley clone, okay?
Right.
Oh, somebody died.
But,
Guess
you
I have
know,
to take
it
the farm.
did give me the feels.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Let's get
It did.
back to the truth
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Yeah, it really did give me the feels. All right, so... Okay. All right, so, okay, I'm trying to... There's so much going on in this game, it's actually kind of bonkers. So, when you basically parachute into this map, very PUBG, but you're holding on to a bird, whatever. I'm not going to tell the story of the game, but there's some weird shit going on.
Weird.
This, like... so the things that they do different in this game compared to other games like it is PvP, it is PvE. There's going to be a heavy focus on guns and vehicles. There's instant bosses and raids and all that shit. Actually, Michelle, you probably would like this game quite a bit. Maybe. There's seasons. There's all kinds of pay to win shit supposedly on the horizon. The developer said that you're only seeing 20% of the game right now. And like Rust, there's gonna be different seasons, but your blueprints carry over. That kind of
so like
shit.
on Rust, they'll reset a server because if you pick the wrong server, like my friend did, and I always tell this story, we get in there, we have sticks, and there's machine gun snipers on the hill. And I'm like, you idiot, you picked a server that's closing down in a day. People have been here for 29 days building, and we walk in naked and we're dying. So they reset them sort of like Tarkov, right? But at least you maintain some of that stuff, which is cool.
Yeah. And okay, so I parachute into the world. And by the way, I was on a low population server. I wish I wasn't, or I wish I am. Or maybe I'm happy about it. I didn't see another fucking
Sounds
real
like you need
person.
to get in touch with your emotions, John. You don't know what they are. I wish I wasn't. I wish I was. Head and heart.
Okay, part of me is maybe happy I'm not on a low population server because I'm not seeing people. But
you had some feeling. You don't know what it was, but you felt something. That's what's important. Did you feel something? Are you dead inside?
Okay, so all right, Michelle,
feel something?
let me just explain. So I parachute into the earth
on a bird.
Bird.
Okay, you're down.
And I land, and the first thing I have to do is make my home base. Okay,
great.
There's fucking home bases, goddamn everywhere. There's like no empty land. Like
that's nice.
Yes, but they're all unoccupied, and I can't seem to do anything with other people's bases. I can't steal their shit. I think later though you can.
You're probably not in the starter zone.
Yeah, there's PvP areas that are not I'm in right now, but I'm in the starter area, so maybe the people built those bases and left. But like when you land, you go, you see someone's house, you see, and there's varying degrees of complexity too, depending on how much time people spent on their places. Like there's mansions, there's huts, there's tents.
That's cool though. You parachute with your friends, you take over another house, you're collecting your building, you're on the run. You're
you can't take over someone's house though, because
you can though eventually.
Eventually, I think you can. Yeah, I read that there's PvP zones.
Yes.
I'm guessing the starting zone is not.
No.
But you can see what other people have done in that area, and some of it was pretty impressive. But I didn't see any live people there. There's just a bunch of groaning zombies running around.
Well, it's in closed beta right now. You had to have an invite, so whatever.
Yes.
It may eventually be on Steam as well. Accused, I don't know. I think it's just right now. It's like testing.
And at least at least in the beginning where I am now, it's mission based. I have goals.
Okay.
There's different areas. Like there is like these complexes or towns that are there. And when you go to the gate of the town, all of a sudden this checklist pops up that says loot, 0 of 3 loot crates, 1 of 3, find whatever. Like it tells you what's in the area. Which I kind of thought was interesting, but like you go into this town and then a checklist pops up, or basically quests that shows you what you can get in this area, and if you want to complete it, you have to check everything off. But in that area, it's full of bad guys.
World games,
yeah.
It sounds scary though because
like
of the pay to win mobile thing. Like that's what's kind of got me like, eh. But the actual gameplay does sound cool to me personally.
What I played did not feel like a mobile game in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So. There was
but the
nothing,
mobile model, when it creeps in.
Yeah. I think it's going to creep in. I think there's going to be a lot of creeping. So
there's a lot of creeping. Mm-hmm.
But I kind of really like this, to be honest. Now, I don't know if this game loop's going to get just tiresome, but like literally, this is a game, at least where I am right now, I could spend the next 12 hours just in this little area I'm in right now.
Cool.
It's just chopping down trees and then
Gathering
smelting.
You're speaking my language.
Yeah,
and it
and
sounds like a Valheim though.
I know.
Like, it sounds
I gotta play Valheim again. There's another biome coming.
I mean, this seems like a massive time suck game. And like right now, I got a blueprint for a shotgun. I'm all excited about. I got a blueprint for a 1911
so this
style
is one to
pistol.
watch, John, I think
it is. I made a crossbow, which didn't sound exciting to me, but it actually shoots just like a fucking rifle. Like it's pretty fucking. It has great range, and it doesn't feel like some medieval bullshit. So I feel like I've experienced the shooting already, but I haven't gotten an automatic weapon yet. So
okay.
But I have blueprints right now for a shotgun in 1911.
Cool.
45.
Well, maybe you and Matt McCarthy should try this one.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I want to play more of it. I really do. Like, it's now. It's in beta. The closed beta, I think, ends soon. When does it end?
Mid-May, I think. But I don't know what the plans are after that. I'm sure it'll pop up on Steam.
And then, and also, there's another thing that they put in this game that I don't okay, so when you kill like a boss, and I killed the first boss, which was not a big deal. They drop. I think it's called a deviant. Like it's like their essence or whatever.
Right.
And you could put that like in your backpack, and now it's like a new ability or a new helper for you.
It's kind of like Rising. So I think it's like cyberpunky too, right? Because you have mods. You're like an android, one's human.
Well,
so you
that's
can mod
okay. So there's like
yourself
there's a big corporate conspiracy where because you basically escaped from some facility,
right?
And you've been worked on. So you have these. Again, it's this Orwellian type shit again. You
Right.
know, it's like the theme of all these games. So there's something going on with the corporation. You escape from it. You have some implants or special abilities, and then you, which is I think it's why called once human because you're like augmented somehow.
Right.
And so I captured this butterfly. It's in my backpack, like, and then I can call it out, and I can tell it to auto attack, follow, all this shit.
Cool.
Like it does things. And eventually I'm going to be replacing that with other deviants, I think they're called.
Special powers. Probably each boss you
Yeah.
collect them. They have skills you can use, which would be a bit
Yes.
like V Rising. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so when I killed the first boss,
Yeah.
the butterfly helped me, and then the boss dropped his. But you have to capture it like a Pokemon, and you can lose it. You see. So I
Interesting.
didn't. So the first boss, I didn't capture the essence, and it just went away.
Okay.
And then that was like a teaching moment in the game. Just so you know, you can't catch all of them. You know.
Right. Sometimes you gotta let the powers go.
What?
Moron.
So it's like, oh, you have to. They probably want you to do that instance again, right? And that first boss, they literally called it a dungeon, but it was just in a field. But whatever. They said, like, so once the boss was dead, they said press escape to leave the dungeon. You know.
So it's instanced. Yeah, but it just
Yeah,
looked
you know,
like
it's
open.
instanced, but I just thought the wording
Right.
was kind of funny because
Yeah.
it wasn't really a dungeon; it was a field.
Right.
You know. But whatever, lost in translation.
All right. So one to watch. I'm still interested. We'll check it out.
Yeah,
Watch.
I definitely think it's one to watch. I think it's pretty well done. Like when I was indoors in this one area, the performance was not good, which is actually the opposite of how things usually are. But when I was outside in the world, it was totally running smooth.
Is this a goofy game, John? Because I see on
No.
the page it's like a panda with a machine gun.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that shit, but I think that's the season pass unlockable
So is it going to
shit.
get Fortnite-y, do you think? Where people are just going to walk
No,
around?
it'd be
Doesn't
more
feel
like that. What's that
Fortnite.
night? That game where people go crazy at night. It's like a movie. What's it called? And they start wearing weird hats and
Rust,
like Anarchy,
Payday?
like where people are in masks and 24
Rage.
hours.
Shoot.
That's what I think it's going to feel like.
Purge.
Purge, yeah, like the night of the purge. I think they're going for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
But I imagine there's going to be a lot of customization, so that
Yes.
you're your own person, have your own house, your own base, and you could build like giant mansions and shit. So,
And clans and like headquarters.
and then you can like set up perimeter defenses. Was like they give you a taste of that in the beginning. You get to see a really built up house that has like solar panels that are powering Gatling guns and stuff with motion detectors and shit. Like, so I think that your home base can get batshit crazy. But yeah, I was reading like there's gonna be all these raids and bosses in the world, and you can go around and try to find other people to help you, or they'll kill you. The other people, like if
Right.
you're in the wrong. So I don't know. I like the promise of what's going on here. And I barely scratched.
Right.
the
Like you
surface
said,
of
you could
shit.
spend hours farming and building just your starter.
Yeah, it's gonna take me fucking an hour right now to make a shotgun. Then it's take me another hour to make the fucking the handgun, and then it's gonna be
Yeah.
like,
Well-
now I need fucking ammo. Now I need armor. Now I
They're
need
probably
hats.
tinkering with the progression and grind loop, but some people like that.
Yeah.
So they're probably getting feedback too.
Yeah, it's Michelle. I think you would dig this if you can get into the aesthetic of the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's very gloomy.
Okay. But it gave you some feeling. And it kind of gave you like mixed emotions, John. You didn't know if you liked that people were around or didn't like that you felt isolated.
Well, I was kind of bummed out. I didn't see other people. Like I wanted it to
Well,
be like a
Who
MMO.
knows how
but
many people are playing right now?
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure there will
So
be a
anyway.
lot of people.
That's Once Human. It is definitely one to watch.
Nice.
I'm drinking a Partake NA IPA. All right, Matt, what's going on over there?
You know me, I have feelings a lot. I'm pretty in touch with my feelings, so this is a pretty easy assignment for me. But I kind of felt things throughout the spectrum. Like I was playing, I'm still playing Final Fantasy VII. I'm like hour 110 into it. And I was getting frustrated because it gets hard. And I wanted to platinum the game.
Oh man!
But I was starting down the path to everything that you need to platinum, and it's just
my
it's
God,
insane.
You're getting a little
getting worse.
overwhelmed, Matt. A little bit like
I was getting super old, but I was like,
Yeah.
I was a little let down because I was playing the whole game thinking this is a platinum. I'm going to do it.
Which game?
Final
Fantasy
VII.
VII. There's because there is like 30 mini games in this thing, and to platinum it, you've got to perfect all these mini games.
Matt, you can't quit now. Don't be one of those people that quits on the last boss.
I
Matt.
can't.
Get
Michelle,
back in there, Matt.
people
Get back
online,
in there.
it takes them like 200 hours.
Well, if they can do it, you can do it, Matt. I'll
Yeah.
be better,
Oh,
man.
Cranky, let's see if you finish Final Fantasy VII Remake. You do it. You go and finish it on normal mode, buddy.
Wow.
And then try it on hard
No,
mode.
Matt,
and
you're
get back
getting
to me.
aggressive. You do have the feels.
See?
Matt,
got to me.
I'm uncomfortable with your feelings now. I have to admit, like, it was okay
You
before.
said you'd be there for me.
You
said you'd be there, and it got a little hard.
You promised him.
Your
Don't you
feelings
back
are all
down
valid.
now.
They're all valid. No,
They're valid.
who am I to say
Yeah,
that your feelings are wrong?
It just got a little tough, and oh no,
Oh.
John backs out.
that's true.
Fairweather co-host.
Man, I'm
Matt,
with
you
you.
embrace that anger. Torch it.
I will. Speaking of anger, okay, so I played a game that just came out, and this game is infused with anger. It's very unsettling. It made me feel
Infused with
unsettled.
anger. Man, this is the
Infused-
feel.
These
Yeah,
are feelings, John.
that's an emotion.
Anger is an emotion.
Anger is an emotion, John. You can't
you know what?
bottle
I
that shit.
forgot. I need
You
to
said you would
validate that.
support
I'm
him.
validating it. Yeah, okay,
Thank you.
I'm validating.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to thank you. 'Cause
I'm
you should have
affirming that,
validated it
Matt.
anyway.
Good.
I'm validating
Affirmative.
and affirming. I think
I'm
those words
receiving
are.
your validation.
I think those
and
words are
I'm-
interchangeable.
I'm
not
leaving
sure.
the room so you can have sex.
Okay.
I'm
Matt,
receiving your
butt stuff?
validation and appreciating it. Thank you. So yeah, this game was very unsettling, very creepy. It's called Children of the Sun. Now it's from one of our favorite developers,
Publishers.
publisher.
Come on.
So this has got the developer stink on it, and I mean that in a good way, where it's a very creative game that you haven't played before. I guarantee you haven't played a game like this, and the concept is, from what I understand from the first few levels, you belong to a cult, you escaped the cult, and now you're out for revenge. And
By the
whole
way,
game-
I need to point something out.
What?
What's that?
The developer of this game, Renee Rothon,
Yeah, Renee.
headquartered in Berlin.
Oh, more Germans.
Germans.
This is our German episode. Apparently, they spent so many decades not getting in touch with their emotions. They've gone soft now, so it's okay. So this is a Devolver
Yeah.
Digital game, Matt. Now it's all
Okay,
about
so
this
let me-
angry woman. Let's
yeah,
get back
let me
to what
set
she
up
was
this-
saying. Yes,
Angry woman?
is she angry? She
Um,
escaped. Is it a guy? Oh, sorry.
She? I don't know.
She?
I can't
Sorry, I
really
don't
tell.
know. I
So
didn't
you're
know
wearing
the
a
Can't do
mask.
that. We can't.
Oh, sorry. I had the
They
feels
are
for
wearing a
second.
mask. They are wearing a mask, and you
Okay,
can't tell
sorry.
for what
Okay,
gender
so-
you
It
are.
says they're a
Alright,
woman.
No,
I thought.
John, just let me tell you how to
I
play
just
this
want to
game.
say something really fast because
Oh,
The
here we go,
girl.
Grandpa.
It says, burning with anger, the girl wages a one-woman war against the cult, taking them down cultist by cultist, bullet by bullet, until she reaches her
But let me
true
tell you how they
target, the
take him down,
leader.
because that's the best
Yeah,
part
so
of this
it's
game.
a woman. I just
I
wanted
was
to clarify.
surprised Michelle wanted you to. 'Cause this is like a sniper game.
No, but
Matt
it's very
told us he
angsty.
bought it.
Listen,
Christ.
the
John, let him talk about it.
do you ever seen the movie Sinister? Remember Sinister? I think Kevin Bacon or no, the guy that looks like Kevin Bacon. Anyways, it has very weird, disturbing music, and that music kind of plays throughout this whole game. And the game is you're circling. Each level is where you're circling an environment where there's enemies in the environment. You have one bullet, and you've got to map out where that bullet's going to go. And what happens is you take your shot
Wait,
and
that's
you follow
really?
the bullet.
It's a puzzle
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
right?
It's a puzzle game, and you follow that bullet. It hits
Is
the
this
guy
a
in the head.
magic like?
John, wait.
Is this a,
it hits
a
that
JFK
John,
Calm
bullet?
down.
John,
All right, go on.
This
John.
is not your feels. It's Matt's.
It's a first person, like you are the bullet, and you hit that
Okay.
guy in the head. Boom, it stops. Then you've got a limited time. You got to turn around and find the other target. Boom. Oh, that other target's through a windshield. Oh, good call. So you're going to get that guy as he's running away. Then you're going to turn around and hit the engine of the car, make it explode, and kill the other guy. Boom, you got a great score. Or you can go back as you unlock different abilities, such as the ability to change the trajectory of the bullet in the middle of the air. So you just get. Remember that movie Wanted, where you could curve the bullet?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
It's reminding me of
You're
Fights
that
in Tight
person.
Spaces game, too, where you had to kind of set up the kill.
Yeah,
it was like
and so this is
domino
totally
line.
a puzzle game. This isn't an action game. This is a
Okay.
one bullet, find the best path through all the enemies. It might one level was, ooh, there's a bird up in the sky. I'm gonna hit the bird first, then I'm gonna have the perspective down on the other guy, and he's gonna start running this
It's
way.
the
I'm gonna
Michael
shoot
Jordan
that fire.
basketball commercial from the 90s.
Oh,
Yeah.
now
What's this
wait.
game?
So if you shoot the bird, then
Yeah.
you're then firing from the bird's perspective,
Off the plane.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
and then is okay.
Bird's
So
like bouncing off the bullet's like bouncing off the bird or something.
Yeah.
You
I know,
can
but then
control the
is
bullet.
it timed then? So okay, shoot the bird.
Yeah.
Is the bullet now? Do I have like X amount of seconds to aim the bird to the next person?
You have as much as you want. Now, I think the goal of this game is to get the highest score possible. Because you can pretty much solve the puzzle. Not easy. Some are kind of tricky, but the real goal, they show you a leaderboard at the end. Like, oh, good job, but you're player number 2,500. Like, try again. Try it with in quicker timing this time or shorter
Right.
paths, right?
Huh.
So there
cool.
is that come back to it in this. Might be a good deck game.
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
There's a demo
I
where there was. I don't know if they
I
removed
totally
it.
get the premise. So if I shoot a guy in a window, my
Yeah.
next shot has to be from that guy's vantage point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
And that's to your benefit because he might be near another window where the other guy is.
yeah,
right?
no,
So
I
you
get
wanna
it.
take that
So all
path.
right, I understand now.
And if you wait a certain time, they might line up. Maybe
You
we can-
technically
Exactly.
have more than one bullet. It's like your vantage point is changing every time.
Yeah, but it's the one bullet. You're following that one bullet on its path. And the kills are super satisfying. Like
Did you
things
feel
go
good?
splat, bodies. Oh,
How'd
I
that
felt
make you
good.
feel? Okay.
It tapped into like
primal
a
instinct, yeah.
primal killing instinct. Like I
Right.
was
Be
like,
careful,
I can
Canada."
see why people get into this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just looking into sniper rifles. Like I'm not doing anything, but I'm looking to see how much.
You just
they
some
cost. And
casual
they're-
Google searches at 2 a.m. It doesn't mean
Yeah,
anything.
incognito mode, just to see how much and how easy it would be to get one.
Right. Yeah.
No, really good game, really creative game. The mood is totally unsettling. The music and everything is totally like you're crazy. This girl is nuts. You're demented, and she loves to just splatter heads, and that just
This seems
seeps
kind
into
of
the
like
whole game.
arcadey fun, like that kind of light action.
It's
right?
good. I think you get a little hooked, honestly. So the next game was a demo on PS whatever, the PlayStation PSN. And I picked it just for the title because I knew it would kind of annoy you guys. It's called Harmony Fall of Reverie. And there's a woman on it. She's holding an amulet that's glowing. She's animated. And this is a game that off the top says
Look
it's
at the
about
picture.
grief and losing one's mother. This made me feel at home, at peace. This made me feel at first I want to get into this story. It's a beautifully animated world. It's got kind of 3D environments. But like John discovered in Halibut Harold or whatever,
Yeah.
Harold
Yeah.
Halibut,
Yep.
this is not even a walking simulator. This is a visual novel that they
Yeah.
pretend is a game. And what they do is like after every scene, they're like, "What path shall you take next on the reverie of
Why
fate?"
do all these
And it's like a
emotional
little
games
branch.
not have gameplay?
Because the people can't
no
handle it.
gameplay? I thought I'd at least have
they're
like,
made
like
for-
it.
dialogue
For
options.
weak bitches?
I thought I'd have.
for
that don't play games?
fragile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
listen.
was very
okay,
disappointing because I dug it.
part
it.
of me
There's gods
says
and
it's
stuff.
okay
Yeah.
for games like this to be where they want
Okay
them to
for any
be.
game
Oh,
to
it's a
exist,
don't
but
nod
yeah.
game.
Don't nod.
Don't
Oh,
nod.
the
Yeah.
They did
Develop.
that other point and clicky.
Life is Strange and
Life is
all those
Strange,
other
that's
weird woke games.
I went into this blind. Had I known it was a don't nod visual novel, no way.
Okay.
These games, I'm like, they put so much because it looks
Right.
great. Like
Oh, they
the
did
animated scenes are
Jusant.
fun.
Jusant's
Why
not
not
that
add
bad.
a game to it?
Jusant's
add
a
a
agree
game.
with
to it.
Matt. Like it's
Jusant's
a
a
little
game.
a little game in there because
Just
there's nothing
give me a
wrong with a
mini game.
good story. Just put something in it to feel more interactive.
But I just like why set out. This doesn't change the way I'm experiencing the story. You're just all
Right.
you're doing is giving
Okay,
me an
how
audiobook
else?
with
How
more words,
else
basically.
does this story get delivered?
That's it. Like you pick the scene you want. You can have branching.
I'm
paths,
just playing
and that's
devil's
the
advocate
hook.
because I honestly,
Yeah.
if
Mini
someone
games, like-
okay, let's say I'm a comic book artist,
Make him do
right?
Bejeweled to see the naked, just like the porn games. He wants
Match
a little
three at
something.
least. Just
A
give me
little-
something.
exactly.
I'm
Give it
almost
a
defending this
puzzle
a little
game
bit
to
because
get the story piece.
I mean, I personally want nothing to do with this kind of shit. But
Yeah.
if I was a comic book artist, what are my choices right now? If I want to release
You
a
get a
graphic
developer
novel,
to put it in interactive. Okay,
I know, but
That's
if I
all.
want,
Yeah,
if I
you call
want,
it an
if
interactive
graphic
novel,
novels are my
Right.
jam,
Instead of
okay,
just a
and create-
novel, let me do more than just turn the page. Let me be a part.
Right.
Yeah. And that's the thing, John. Like, if this was like, okay, now you're in your apartment and you have some lights, point and clicky stuff to do. That's what I was waiting for. I kept on like going through the story, and it was 20 minutes before I realized this is the game. I'm just reading
Yeah.
dialogue and then picking
this
if I
game
want to
is
help your friend or
beautiful
don't
and
help your friend.
heartbreaking.
It is beautiful. That it is,
And I
nice
don't
to
know
look
if
at.
anything I saw gave me a mature feel,
What? What does
but
that
it
mean?
also
Something?
felt mature.
He's reading reviews, I think.
I am.
The reviews are big for this game, but I think it's got a little bit of that.
Because these
if I don't
has
artists
like it,
no-
I
love
look
people
like an
love
idiot
everything.
type,
Oh,
Here's
I
all you
love
need to
this.
know.
They use the,
It has
they use
no
the soft pastel
an-
palette. I'm in.
It has no antagonist besides the Megacorp.
Oh, that's why I love it.
capitalists.
Take them down.
But what is disappointment? I felt disappointment. I felt disappointment because it is a super cool like they have like she's going back and forth between
This
universes.
is trash.
But it's got the characters were cool, the setup was cool. It's just not a game. And then it mires in these scenes of her reconnecting with her friends and musing about her late mother. I'm like, you had a cool setup. Why are we just not doing anything with it? Why are we just
Yeah. Well, it has
falling into
100
the,
reviews on Steam. Nobody's playing this shit.
Lifetime
Okay,
story.
you say, oh,
I
it should
know.
exist. Yeah, it should exist, but nobody wants it. John,
I mean,
nobody
look, you can
wants
make whatever
this.
you want to make. but the
I
market will
understand,
speak for
but
itself,
I am
guess.
saying though,
Yeah.
this is a way that people are basically releasing graphic novels, right?
Yeah. Sure.
And Matt's saying he's down
for
with that.
better or
Just give
worse.
him a little more interactivity. That's
If you're
all.
going to sell
Take
it as a
advantage
game,
of your
give me
medium.
more of a game.
Okay, how about a new
Yes.
category
Don't
on
sell it for
Steam that is
$40.
literally, interactive
Then
novels?
put it on an ebook. Let Amazon put it
Yeah,
on
this
your
is an
Kindle.
adventure games, by the way.
Yeah.
This
Oh, well,
is-
here's
this is
here's a
point.
review from IGN.
Yeah, take
a
advantage of your
powerful
medium.
visual novel.
Powerful.
Yeah. But if you go to the site,
What?
it doesn't
Isn't every
say,
novel
it says
visual?
it's under
I have
adventure
fucking
games.
eyes, and I'm reading the book, bitch. So you what is a non-visual novel? Braille? Okay, you can put a little
Well,
interactivity
IGN
in your
literally
video
said
game.
what I was
okay?
saying, though.
Well,
Like,
IGN is stupid.
a powerful
It's
visual
I want the
novel.
whole term visual novel to go away. I'm gonna. This
But
is
go to the
everything
Steam
bagel
page.
right now.
What?
This is
Go to the
everything
Steam
bagel.
page. They bury the visual novel part.
No,
it's
I'm
under
on.
adventure
I am
games.
on the
Look,
Steam page.
Everything's
it's the first
visual.
it's
Do something
I'm
physical.
on-
It's a game. Let me touch
Well, it's
my
not
fingers. I'm
interactive
clicking.
fiction,
I'm
which is
typing.
what all video games are.
on the Steam
Adventure.
page. It says Stellar Writing, Tech Raptor.
Yeah.
It's in the category adventure games.
Well, maybe I'm saying maybe there needs to be a visual novel category.
There probably is, but they're they're
I don't want
tagging
anything to do with
multiple
this
things.
bullshit. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. But
John loves this.
no, it's an
I think
outlet
there's
for
a place
people
this
that
bullshit
are
if you know
doing.
what you're getting into.
Okay, actually, so the tags are interactive fiction, story
No,
rich.
you need to be clear. This is
What?
you're reading a visual novel with a
They
couple
should remove
choices.
the
Like, there needs
adventure
to be a
game
new
tag.
word for
That's
this
all.
stuff.
That shouldn't.
Yeah.
That's all. Let people know what they're getting into.
I guess that's what they're doing with interactive fiction, but that's what you can call anything. A
Yeah.
video game is interactive fiction.
Sure.
That's what it is. Anyways, I also I felt this is another game, like last game. I felt at first excitement for discovering something new.
Mm-hmm.
I felt guilt for not playing this game earlier because it did come out earlier.
Right.
And then I felt disappointment as I continued to play it. And that game
Oh.
is Immortals of Avian. Immortals of
Immortals
Avian.
of
That was the
Yeah.
Avian. That was the first person. It was guns, but instead of guns, you've got shotgun magic, pistol magic, and all that stuff. The first level of this game is like you're in this huge, cool ass city, running around, parkouring, shooting
I
stuff. You're like,
played
holy shit!
this briefly.
It starts off so good, and you're like, "This is it. I love this world. This seems cool."
Well, you're
and
casting
then it
this show.
falls into the.
Yes, I played it briefly.
I've played these games, but it felt very
Yeah.
mid tier, very
Yeah.
on
It
rails,
looked
mid tier.
cool.
Oh,
it was
there's
Unreal
the
5. The
dragon.
visuals were cool. It was very
Yeah.
tutorially at the start, though. And it was like, but then once I started following somebody around, and I think I had that moment like you, Matt, where I'm like, okay, they're not doing anything new.
No, that's
And
it.
it's
They're not
not
doing
a-
anything new.
Just nothing. And
Except
it's
that
not
first
good
one.
enough to make the old worth experiencing.
It felt like a game from the PS3 era that was
Yeah.
remastered a little bit in terms of gameplay, and just it didn't go outside any bounds. It didn't color outside the lines. It just like this is a here's the dragon, here's the plot that doesn't make any sense. You're not going to remember any of it. Here's all these clans that are fighting for control of the MacGuffin. I was just disappointed. I mean, it's a free game. I can't complain. And if you're looking for something, but there's so many other better first person shooters. So I was a little disappointed.
It gave you the feels.
It gave me the feels. I had a roller coaster of emotion. I'm playing. I'm drinking Coke Zero. And that's my story.
Well, I think that's good. We all experienced some emotions tonight. I think we're ready to brace ourselves and move on to news.
I mean, do we want to just reflect on what happened here?
I mean, what was your favorite emotion or the most uncomfortable emotion you felt while playing these games? Do we want to just kind of release it, get rid of the trauma?
Oh, I got one. I got a good one.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel that my youth is slowly slipping away because I'm not good enough to play Final Fantasy VII Remake on hard mode. I just feel inadequate, and it made me challenge.
Your reflexes are
Can
slowing.
I be playing these games? Yeah.
Matt, you couldn't beat the Contra boss in the demo.
I beat Elden Ring, my friend. So
you
come back.
couldn't beat the Contra boss in the demo.
I didn't know the secret. It was tough.
They just needed the missile gun. That's all.
I didn't like how playing Sky Children of Light tapped into something where it taught me something about myself that I already knew. Whereas, like, I'm uncomfortable, even though I'm like kind of a leader in a way, I'm not comfortable leading and I don't want to lead, but I will if I have to, but I don't like it. And that's what Sky taught me. When I had the pressure of dragging this person along with me through life, I didn't like it. And then that boy too came. That boy too came like a shining star. And he took my hand and he flew me around. And then I abandoned him. I just ran off. I couldn't handle it. He asked me where I lived.
He treated you to a life of adventure and you ghosted
And I
him.
just quit on him. I quit, Matt. He asked me where I lived. I had to leave.
Yeah.
I talked to a convict. So it made me uncomfortable.
He was playing from jail.
He was playing from jail.
Well, hey.
It's all right. I
it's
gave him
on
a
mobile.
connection. He's always going to remember this.
Could be.
Yeah.
He's on some Android burner phone that someone smuggled in their asshole.
Not right now. I'm playing Child Baby.
I think he just shanked somebody after I ditched him, to be honest. So I feel like I was a part of a murder now. That's all. Be careful out there with Sky Children of Light. All right, John, what about you in closing? Anything you need to reflect
a little,
on?
I feel like I have Chinese spyware on my computer.
Okay. Well, that's...
Is that an emotion?
Yeah.
Is that a feeling?
Yeah, I don't like how it's making
Very
me feel.
specific
It's making me
Paranoid.
Yeah.
You're paranoid.
I think
Yeah.
they should call the company UnNetEase.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, I don't.
Stupid.
You get it, Matt?
Now,
I guess.
I have...
Now, Michelle,
I feel
if I
ashamed
had
that I laughed
letters,
at that.
Yeah.
if I had plastic letters, S,
Yeah. A and D.
and they were on a table, and I
was gonna
handed
spell
them
sad. I would not put the A and D in it because that's sand.
and if I handed to the and you said, "Hey,
Yeah.
John, we need to
Right.
spell this word. Can you hand me the letters?" I'd say, "Oh yeah,
Right.
Here's the S. Here's
I would
the
never
A.
do that.
And here's the D."
Okay.
I'm sure you say
I
here's
hope
the deal a lot, eh, buddy?
Yeah, I don't know how your kids spell. How did you teach them? I don't think I would use the and at all. I wouldn't, John.
No. Plus, that's not the context is wrong. You're spelling a word. You don't.
Yeah, why do I need the plastic block?
But it's a song too.
Well, S-A-N-D. He's got the sand.
A-D.
See, I fixed it for you.
There you go. A-D. He could have just done an uncomfortable pause and then it kicked in with the D. I think a double time. S-D.
Yeah, I kick in with a D.
No,
Yeah,
I
kick in
don't
with
like
the D.
that. It needed that one more syllable.
It did. You did a good job,
it-
John. So let's get into some news.
Yeah.
What about what's going on over here? Former PlayStation head of second-party games, Gio Corsi, has joined Nintendo's AAA third-party publishing team. The Switch 2 will be trying to get more third-party games to compete directly with the PS5. So this guy jumped from do you think, John, that this is a big drive for Nintendo now that they can't just survive on their own games? Maybe they're seeing that a lot of their purchases are third-party games.
Well, I think that the Switch and Reggie with Unity, right? Because he advocated for Unity to be on there
Right.
as one of the whatever engines that could publish to Switch. I think that really changed the Nintendo business model this generation. Like for the first time ever, right? I mean, everything was fucking on PC and Switch this generation.
Yes.
Right.
And I think they got a taste of that, and they're like,
we don't need just Nintendo shit anymore.
This is it. They're like, this is it.
Piece of everything. Yeah.
We're gonna, let's not just get the indie stuff. Let's get everybody.
Right.
Yeah, it's cast our net.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to, I don't know. I mean, the next Switch is coming out like a year from now, right? So we're still so far away from this.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to find the article you just read.
It's in VGO News on the second link down, John.
Okay.
So here's another article.
Yeah.
This guy says the former Embracer COO believes that $70 games will, quote, go the way of the dodo, and developers are reducing risks and costs. AAA games are too hard to make, and 4A games, as people are calling them. So I guess this model of the $70 game, it's going to be is this more like the live service, free to play, monetized type shit that he feels like this is all we keep hearing. Developers are just like not wanting to take the risk. Like the big AAA studios are not wanting to take the risk to make these big games. So the mid-sized, smaller studios are having to do it. And the AAA studios are trying to make like free to play jank. Like,
well, there's a flip side to this
anymore.
And
sorry, Matt. Matt was trying to talk to you.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, very quickly, I think I would still gladly pay more for a game and not have the live service shit. Like if you say games are now $90, but you don't have to pay for anything, it's all there.
Yeah, but then you have a bunch of Germans in a fucking wood shop for 11 years, and then they release it and they make $5.
People don't want to pay more for games. That's the problem. Yeah, so they're having to.
And it used to cost more. That's the thing.
Well, the thing is, there's all these catastrophic, gigantic, too big to fail games that fail, right? Like,
yeah.
And also on the flip side of this is from Kotaku. Sorry, but I also saw this headline in a bunch of places today, is that basically the remaster and the remakes is huge business right now. And this year is full of a gazillion of them because nobody wants to take any chances.
And there's new audiences to reach on PC if you were only on console, or a new generation because they're 20 and they're not 38, so they weren't around when they weren't alive when you were playing that game.
Kevin made a good point about one of the Switch games I played recently. I forgot which one. I don't remember. But he was like, that game came out 20 years ago. So a 22-year-old never played that.
Exactly.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're aging out where these 20-year-olds,
Fallout's getting remastered or remade too.
Yeah.
What's that?
A BioShock remake would be great. I think they already remastered BioShock.
Yeah. I mean, here's a list of all the remakes and remasters so far for 2024. Last of Us Part 2, remastered. Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney Trilogy, Hitman Blood Money, Reprisal, Persona 3 Reloaded, Tomb Raider remastered, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, that's the game that Kevin was talking about. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons remake, Star Wars Dark Forces, Stalker Legend of Zone Trilogy, Star Wars Battlefront Classic, Gigantic, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade, like Braid, Paper Mario,
they make
Luigi's
the money,
Mansion.
but it's less of a risk. I mean, Take-Two, a GTA 6 publisher, just laid off a bunch of staff, cancels a bunch of games. People are wondering how it's going to impact GTA, but it goes all along with like they can't sustain what they're doing with this large staff and this quote lower price on games. You can debate that or not, but they can't sustain it with what's happening. Like the teams are too bloated. There's too many people, but yet you get like a team of 10 like dedicated, hardworking people that make a game better than a AAA. So what's going on with your hires, your company culture? Something's very wrong right now. It's like video games got too big and the talent, I don't know. It's a whole big can of worms, but all they keep saying at these AAA studios, quote unquote AAA, is we can't keep doing this. Like we're not making money on these $70 games. Like, well, what's happening? How many people we have a team of 8,000. You know, you look at Blizzard or something. Like, well, you guys
but those are the games that are failing because
Diablo 4 is shit. It had 8 people running PoE seasons, and you guys can't get Diablo off the ground with fucking thousands.
Well, that's the problem because
it's too big to move.
No one who's in charge. Everyone wants a voice on the game, and that's why it fails, right? Because you're trying to make everyone happy, which is impossible. And then the game comes out and everyone's like, this is bullshit.
And then your 100-person sales team, monetization team gets in. And it's like, okay, how are we going to just squeeze this for everything?
Right. But then the internet like roasts the game and then it's just done.
And the game comes out anyways and makes gangbusters. I mean, that happens with every game. Like, people are roasting on the
What?
Star Wars.
No, it
for
doesn't.
shit. When people complain about DLC and
Well,
stuff.
did Skull and Bones come out and make a lot of money? We were hyping
Yeah.
this up. It was delayed.
But that
It
was
a
just no. But that was
quad-A
because it's a
game.
bad game.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
And
they can't make good games anymore. They don't have
the
the talent.
DC game that just came out had all that.
Suicide Squad?
Kill the Justice League.
Yeah, Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
kind of shit.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
kind of soulless, right?
yeah, some people like it, but overall, people are like, it's not that good. So,
I think
Gaming's
when
in a
Grand
weird
Theft Auto
spot.
6 comes out and charges $120 for its game, which it's going to do, like when that comes out, it's going to be a higher price base.
you think it's going to be the catalyst to make it okay?
I think so.
That games cost more.
Oh, that's the $80.
No, that's going to be
the
$100 minimum. I think.
No,
They already
you're talking Canada dollars though. So
okay. Well, $100 Canadian. So
what
like $90,
what is your game,
I think, US.
Matt? Without me going on the internet right
it's
now and doing
5
conversion
McDoubles,
rate,
remember?
like
McDoubles.
what?
I think we're like around 80
Yeah.
cents to your dollar.
Okay,
Oh,
all
what's
right,
going on?
All right, let's back up, Matt. Okay,
Yeah.
the standard
that's a
price for
healthy economy.
games in the U.S. are, I would say, 50, 60, or 70. Really, 60 or 70.
Okay, ours are 79 or like. I end up paying like $95 after tax for a
Ouch.
video game.
Jesus Christ! All right,
Yeah,
so
but the conversion it makes
how much?
sense.
How much does Call of Duty cost in Canada?
All right, call it which one? I can't.
The new one,
John, you
Modern
don't have to
Warfare.
say that. You just get a calculator online that says like U.S. to Canadian bucks.
I know, but I just want
and
to
you put
see
in
like
$69.
Okay.
because Call of
Okay,
Duty is a
that's
$70
fine.
game. Okay, so
All
what
right.
does
So
Call of
what-
Duty cost
right,
in
so I'm gonna
Canada?
guess-
$89.99.
All right, so all right, Michelle, we're gonna get to the bottom of this right now.
Ouch.
Okay,
Right.
that is actually cheaper than it is in the U.S.
What?
Why?
It's in the U.S. $89.99 is equal to $65.15.
Okay.
You're doing this wrong. Let's not talk
No,
about
I'm not.
exchange rates, please.
This is why we did the. This is why we did
I
the
don't think you can no
McDouble.
exchange.
The McDouble
Yeah.
is the ultimate way to
Yeah,
get to the bottom.
McDouble.
I don't
Discuss
even know
30
what-
McDoubles.
Sony's PS5 Pro is real and developers are getting ready for it, okay? And they want a new PS5 Pro enhanced mode in games. Are you guys ready?
No, Sony, stop doing this. Stop making something, hyping it up, and then abandoning it like a month later. I'm so tired of Sony doing this with
Are
everything.
you
The
in on a
Move,
Pro, Matt? Or are you just kind
PSVR.
of feeling like
no?
ugh?
Just like I wasn't in on a PS4 Pro,
Sony-
which didn't matter in the end.
I did get a Pro because it was my first PS4, but Sony is pushing developers to
Yeah,
focus on
that's
ray
right.
tracing.
But it was
because
also
they
the
want
timing
to
of God of War with
yeah,
that,
but listen to
which-
this. Sony is
yeah.
pushing developers to focus on ray tracing. They want to be able to say that there's a reason to own that PS5. Developers don't want to do that, but they're saying you need the ray tracing so we can have our DLSS or whatever the hell they call it, and then we can say, well, hey, if you want to see this game looking the best it can, get a Pro. Without the ray tracing, there's no reason to own a Pro, like Matt's saying, because
This
it won't be
this
any
is kind
different.
of bullshit, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kind of with Matt on this too.
Yeah.
Like I've been spendy, buying this shit, and I think in hindsight, the Pro was a complete waste of money. Now it was timed in such a way with God of War, so it kind of made sense to me to get the better
Right.
visuals for that game.
Sure.
But I don't. What's the game? I mean,
How they
GTA
price
6
it
is.
matters. If it's the same price as
Maybe
PS5s
GTA
now,
6.
if it's your first
Yeah, but-
one, sure. But
If the Pro comes out this year, and this is pretty insidious. I mean, I get it's business, but Sony is asking, like Michelle said, you guys got to make exclusive graphic modes. They want everyone to have
Right.
FOMO, right? And so that's
Yes.
going to be grayed out on your ghetto
Right.
PS5,
yeah,
Sure,
right?
totally.
just like
Oh,
it
you
is
know how
if
you
try
have
to
like
put 'em-
performance?
Yep.
Oh, sure. But yeah, performance
say
and quality
enhanced.
mode. It'll be like,
Yep,
Performance
Yes.
quality
You can have both
PS5
now.
Pro.
yep, exactly. That's true. You'll have both with it. So that's the pressure. They have to create a reason, and they have to create the fix, which is the PS5 Pro. Right now,
my
people
God.
don't.
Games that offer, did you read this part? The games that offer the mode apparently have to have a PS5 Pro enhanced label.
Oh my god.
Ooh. No one's going to develop for this. Like, if
Right.
you're a developer, the
However,
install base of
the
100.
label is still
Right.
available for some games that have 30 FPS.
Well, they don't care about FPS anymore. They're
What
fine
the
with 30.
fuck? They just want
don't care.
screenshots.
They just want to be able to say
on
ray
PS5.
tracing. They want a buzzword. Because the average person, the average moron doesn't understand 30 to 60. They just don't. But they can hear ray tracing. What's that? A new technology?
Right.
Well, I want to look shiny. So that they've decided that people want 4K. They don't understand that it's checkerboard and not native. They don't care. They just hear 4K and ray tracing.
listen to this.
And they're in.
So reportedly, Michelle, this label on these games
Mm-hmm.
is not attached to any kind of frame rate thing at all.
They don't, yeah. So you could put it
So
on and
if-
get 10.
So what I'm saying is if the game actually does run better on the PS5 Pro, but the resolution and the ray tracing is not there, but the frame rate's higher, it doesn't count.
Right. You have to have ray tracing
That's nuts.
because it's more of a draw than the frames, probably to the average user. They don't understand like 30, They don't get it.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's
just
weird
Sony
to hear
doesn't have a good track
consoles
record of this stuff.
talking about this shit though, because as a PC gamer, you get told you're a snob and console people don't care, but they're focusing on this power, on these features, on these things that like, yeah, the Pro model it's kind of like nobody really wants it. So they're creating a reason why you feel like you should have it. They want you to feel like you need it. So they're creating this shit that nobody wants right now, really. Like you guys aren't going to pick it up, I don't think.
No.
I'm getting a little
Unless
jaded
there's a
about
game.
this. I listen. I think that this is a
Yeah.
little. This business
You're having
model
the
is getting
feels.
antiquated.
Wait a minute.
Well, it's
You're
getting
feeling
antiquated.
something.
It's getting antiquated.
Yes, thank you. I needed the song.
Like Michelle got it as like her first PS5, and that completely understandable. If I was
Right.
just getting PS5, I'd get a PS5
And it was the same
Pro. Like,
price.
why
You'd
not?
probably do it. You'd pick it up with GTA or for GTA, and you'd play it, and then you'd replace it with a PS6 in 2 years. But I don't know. It's a weird timing thing too. Maybe Xbox waiting right now is good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'd like Microsoft just to do that fucking handheld
They should. They should do
and
that.
not do a Series X.
A dockable
upgrade.
handheld.
That would be amazeballs.
Amazing.
It would.
Yeah. Anything else you
And
want to
by
talk
the way,
about from this
the
news?
PlayStation is also going to have this new Ultra Boost mode.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to, I guess, make older games run better. But
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 that's also what upsets me because I remember Sony being like 30 FPS. Back to the FPS discussion. 30 FPS is a thing of the past with the PS5.
Yes.
Welcome to the new.
Right.
Every game's going to be 60.
And our hard
that went
drive's
by the
so
wayside.
So the
fast.
120, they said 60 and with our goal being
120.
120, and they put 8K
Yeah.
on the box. Which what for 8K like movies? Like what are you even talking about 8K? But yeah, they sold
JPEGs,
this,
Michelle. You can
Yeah.
open
They
it.
sold the 60 to 120 lie. And I did watch my sister play the Horizon DLC at 120 on her 120 TV, and it did look good, but not enough games are taking advantage of that. Like you said, Matt, they're comfy
Yeah.
in the 30 zone.
That's rare.
Yeah.
That's rare.
Which is just dumb as shit.
Yeah.
Like 30 just needs to go away. Like this is just we're not
not
going
gonna-
forward.
Yeah.
Because now ray tracing is mudding up the waters.
Yes,
First it was
yes. Now
First it
it's
was
ray
1080p,
tracing. Yes.
then it was 4K, now it's fucking ray tracing. It's just
And so they're
like
going the PC model where you need AI technology like
market-friendly
NVIDIA
words.
has to fix
Yeah.
the problem. So now they're doing, well, this is the difference between an Xbox and a PlayStation now. We have our own, upscaling.
so you're
super
trying to do
sampling.
4K and ray
Teraflops.
tracing.
Yes.
And I got
Yeah.
news
More
for you.
teraflops than you.
Like
And Xbox is going to do cloud and they're going to fight. And it's going to be
Oh,
bad.
really?
Yeah, there's going to be they're going to have the feels.
Everyone's going to have a dongle in the end. There's going to be a
Yeah,
Sony
it's gonna be a
dongle, an
thumbstick.
Xbox dongle.
And just crazy
Right.
PC people with big, massive towers. We're headed for a bad place. Gaming's dead.
It's going to be a weird place.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just waiting to see if John wants to look at any of this other news.
Well, it's just half steps like these. Like I don't like the 0.5
Yeah.
generation that comes out because then like it just gets muddied.
Well,
Like, you don't
that's
know
the
what games
thing.
are
you
made
can't
for it and stuff.
upgrade your console. Like if it was a 0.5 that you could
Yeah.
buy like an attachment and slap it on, people
Right.
might do it. But to have to buy a whole new console and replace it with a 0.5 is not going to work for everybody.
Make
Yeah.
modular consoles, or
And
I guess
then
PCs
you
are
said they're
modular
developing
consoles.
for like the few people who have a Pro. Like developers aren't going to be encouraged to do that.
No,
What's the
No.
market
Not at
share
all.
on that?
IKEA has gaming furniture that doesn't even
Yeah.
remotely look like gaming furniture.
Yeah, these pictures are hilarious because all these people are sitting on the floor. They think gamers are a bunch of floor people. And they have
Right.
a guy with an Asus ROG handheld PC on the floor sitting on like old patio cushions. I think I have that out back.
Well,
And
that's
then
what this looks like to me.
Yeah.
It looks like lawn
They
furniture.
think we're all homeless floor people. And then there's a girl
there a
on the
link?
floor on a
Can you put a
beanbag. She has a footrest. She has a
This lit-
footrest.
I
for
think
the
this is
floor.
taken in a tent city. This photo.
It is. This is Portland in the orange zone or whatever the fuck they called it. What are you doing with this girl on the floor with a footrest? You need a footrest if your legs are too high from the ground. You're on the floor,
Here it
bitch.
is. Thanks, Crink.
I don't know if this picture's available, but go to their website. IKEA, you need to get it together. Gamers are not floor people.
What's this lane spieler? The accessory stand. It looks like a big wooden fist.
This is bad. This
But
is
what's
what they
the
think
girl
of us.
in the yellow
Everyone's
lawn
homeless.
chair? That literally looks like something that should be in front of a trailer.
Yeah, they think we're all trailer people.
For $20,000, you can look.
Yeah,
like
but you have to put it together with the beautiful instructions.
There's a girl on the floor with a footrest. Are you people listening to me? You don't need a footrest on the floor. Do you see
Okay,
the
I don't
photo?
know. She's on a beanbag. I get it.
She doesn't need a
It's
footrest.
good
Her
for your
foot is a
spine.
fucking inch from the
I
floor,
don't know.
John.
I don't like beanbags. That's like something you do when you're 10 years old.
Look,
that was
they
like a
think
thing.
gamers are homeless.
Mom, can
This
I
guy
get a
hasn't
beanbag
brushed his hair.
chair? Everyone
Yeah.
has beanbag chairs, but me.
Did you ever have a,
No,
a
it's-
Papillon?
It's
I
gonna
got one
leak
at,
all
Pier
over the
Import
house, John.
In my 20s,
It's
I
gonna
thought
get
it
a
was
hole in
big
it,
shit.
and there's
A
gonna be
Papi- it's called like a
styrofoam
Papillon chair or
BBs
something.
everywhere.
Pier 1 had them. They were these big round chairs, and on the bottom there was like a little wicker thing, and it said it
Oh,
was
like
like
the
made
egg
in
chair?
Indonesia, and it was like $400. I got one at
Yeah.
Pier
It's like
1
an
in my
egg,
20s.
right?
I don't. I think it's called a Papillon chair.
A Papillon chair.
Like a butterfly,
chair.
papillon.
I gotta look it up because yeah, here it is. A Papasan chair. Did you ever have one of those?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Papasan.
My
That's what the gamers-
Someone has one.
Yes, somebody will
Like,
have one. I fell
no, I
backwards
think
off one
that's-
once.
Is that in my mom? Where
You're
is one
somebody-
of those?
Someone
has
one
that thing.
somewhere.
I've seen that in someone's
somebody
house.
has a mother or girlfriend with one of these. at
Yeah,
some
or
point in
maybe my
college.
sister had that
Your
in her
sister
room.
could.
Something.
It was big at
Yeah.
Pier 1, and it was $400.
Oh, yeah,
and it
for
was
sure.
very. You were in
Yeah,
if you had
I-
one. You were
That's
in.
where dogs like take over after.
Yes,
a while.
and
That's
then
what
the
I was
dogs-
thinking.
That's the
Yes.
dog's chair.
The dogs love it. They do. It's literally a dog chair with a basket under it. Do you know they're selling like
Yeah.
human/dog beds on Amazon? They're showing people cuddling with their dogs on the floor in beds. I'm like, okay, I love my dog, but what is happening here?
Kissing.
No, it's called a Papasan. I'll put the little link in there.
Yeah, I don't.
Somebody has had a relative.
Okay, so
with one of these.
literally, they're like, hey, we got this line of like camping stuff. Well,
yeah,
no
nobody's
one's
buying
buying
his
it.
patio furniture. Let's game there.
Let's just
it.
call it. I got an idea. Let's call
Yeah.
it gaming furniture.
Yes.
Get out! Get
we're not
out of
selling this
here!
stuff.
Yeah.
No, we can't do that.
We call gaming,
No, I think
yeah.
we could. We could call it gaming. We'll get people.
Swedish meatballs.
We
are
get them
weird.
controllers. We do photo shoot.
Yes.
Don't believe it.
Okay.
Okay.
This is like furniture you get when you're just bored. You're just like, I don't know what to buy. Like, I'm here.
Yeah.
This looks cool.
Crafty
And
says
you
my
never
daughter
use
has
it
one of
'cause
those
it's
in her
actually
room. I don't know. She wanted it. See, Crafty, I don't know. There's something that taps into women's brains. We just needed those chairs. Every woman will need a
like a nest.
Papasan at some point. It's hitting her early. This is probably good. I had one in my 20s, but I did fall off it. So because they're not connected to anything on the bottom.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like balancing on like a
floating.
garbage can, like
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Oh,
There's
this
a
is
little
dangerous.
risk involved.
a wicker garbage can.
It's a
drink and
wicker.
be in this
It's
chair.
a wicker risk. But no, IKEA's gaming furniture is really bad. And it's too bad because they could have had some, because I have like IKEA desks that are like sit stand or whatever, and like they're pretty decent and stuff.
Well,
and
no,
IKEA's
IKEA
always done
has
gaming
PC
stuff.
gaming desks and all
Yeah.
that with all the
But
routing
this is
and
more
the,
for the casual, like around the couch kind of gamer thing they're showing, and it's just patio furniture on the floor.
right. It looks like it really does look bad. Like those people are gonna just go stand on a bridge and block traffic when they're
Those
done.
people have a sign. Yeah, those people have a
Yeah.
sign ready.
They're
Well, on that
protesting
note,
something.
let's get out of here. I think we've had a good show where we felt emotions and we're feeling better now. I feel free.
Sure.
I'm ready to take on the day after that
feel
therapy
lighter.
session. Remember, you guys are in therapy now because you've listened to this episode of Video Game Outsiders. We invite you to listen to all your friends. I invite all your friends to listen. If you want to find us during the week, head to videogameoutsiders.com, where you can support us for $1.99 a month. You get weekly bonus shows and the entire back catalog. You can join our Discord and meet friendly other gamers with feels. Not a lot of gamers in there though. A lot of non-gamers going on in our Discord. And I think that's it.
That's right. All right, guys. Thanks for listening, subbing, all that shit. Again, go to twitch.tv/John Michelle and use your Amazon Prime to sub. And you can also use your Amazon Prime to grab the Fallout shit. So
That's right.
We'll see you next time. Video Game Outsiders, out.
I got the feels. You know why? 'Cause S A and D. I'm sad. I got the feels. The feels. I said S A and D. the fear.